Notification on time is the real Twitch. Damn, that notification's really fast. I was like, I'm gonna press this button right now. Like, sends it out to like 1,700 people if they have their notifications on. I'm like, this is fast. This is the world we live in. But yeah. So hopefully, what I did just now was that I reinstalled OBS. So hopefully it fixes it. If not, then we'll have to keep trying until it fixes the sound problem. Because it doesn't seem to be my interface or my mic, so it's it's something's wrong with the software. Man, it's Saturday already. Jeez. I don't know, this chair feels way too high. There you go. That's better. There's been like 5 or so airplanes that have flown overhead, and like I'm just like, can you stop? Can I stream yet? Oh, all right. Okay, you stopped. No, you didn't. You liar. Like, what the heck? Oh, there's another one. I hear it. Let's see. He added a card with Duelist Alliance. Okay, and then he started Pendulum Summoning. And then he straight up draws like 4. He drew 4 cards. I'll let him keep one of them because he started saying something around harmonizing magician effect. So you can keep one of those cards because you can chain Maxi to the activation of the effect of harmonizing magician, but you can't chain Maxi to the pendulum summon. This is exactly why he needs to say which effect he's using. Pendulum summon is not an effect. Sir, you can't say that I'm using pendulum summon effect. Instantly wrecked. I should go faster than this. If I put my foot down every call though, it makes me look like a dick. And I'm like, yep, that's exactly what it is. Activated a set time pendulum graph. Exploded a thing instantaneous. No, he waited 9 seconds. Exploded his purple poison magician from the left pendulum zone. And he's targeting a Ningirsu. And Arum? What? Why are you pointing at Ningirsu and Arum? How do you read the card? Anyway, it's Ghost Ogre. I don't know why he's targeting both of them though. I'm not even sure how Ningirsu got summoned down there either. No particular zone is that special summon directly below it. Can I ask you a giant favor when you have time? If it relates to unbanning someone, then I probably won't do it. Cause I don't know. For some reason, whenever like someone sets up for that, they're like, it's something. It's usually something trolly. Or it's something that I cannot do. But I mean, I guess you can go ahead and ask. Show me the no, it isn't trolly. Can you show me the counter fairy deck list? That counter fairy deck list is trolly. I knew it, man. Yeah, I'll show you. Hold up. Activate this effect as I flipped it over. Oh, it wasn't face up. It was face down before he flipped it up and activated its effect on initial activation. I'll get it as soon as I get out of these duels. How wasn't a card face up? Well, it was face down before he flipped it up. Like that's what already face up means. Otherwise, it would just say when a Spoiler Trap activates its effect on the field. Heck, it wouldn't even need to say on the field. It'll just straight up say when a Spoiler Trap card activates its effect. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, destroy that card. It doesn't even need to mention on the field at that point, because then there's like things you can destroy for spell and trap cards are if they're in the hand and they're activating, or if they're on the field and they're activating. In any other case, you wouldn't be able to destroy it. So saying it's on the field, it would be redundant. Actually, the effect that tells you to destroy it on the field is already redundant in itself, because cards and effects activate and resolve in the same place. If it's not on the field anymore, then it's not going to be destroyed anyway, regardless of it saying destroy that card on the field. I don't even... It's not even a good deck. Like, I mean, you can start off with that. It was just a test deck I was trying to do. I'll just export it right here too. Should work. Is this the right deck? I think it is. It's not even a good deck. But okay, there you go. It needs more fine-tuning. 3 hours is simply not enough to fine-tune a deck, and it doesn't seem fast enough to either. AFK. This is... Yes, is this, but I need something to start, yeah. I gotta start somewhere. But yeah, that's a good starting point. Got like 15 seconds left. Camera feels like way too high. That's better. And he's out of time. Actually, I should double check if he's actually in a bug. Give me a sec. Oh, he straight was talking earlier. Yeah, he's straight up AFK. Not all cards say target when they say target. Oh no. Equip spell cards do target, but then they literally just say equip instead of target, and the basic rulebook doesn't actually tell you that equip means target. So it's entirely derpy derps. I legit like scrub through the rulebook again looking for a part where it actually tells you that equip cards target, but I wasn't able to actually find that, and I'm like, I'm just thinking, what? But yeah, there's like no calls right now. I should probably open the window because I am going to die of heat. Dying of heat is bad. Team Stone is in pub chat, yes. Wait, so do equip cards target or not? They do. They definitely do. The basic rulebook is missing quite a few things, even though you'd think they'd be basic at the very least. Like, you have to equip spell card and you have to target one thing to equip it to. Like, I don't know, if you already know how to play the game, then it's pretty straightforward, but it's like, if you didn't know beforehand, there's nothing telling you that it does other than other players telling you that they do. Be right back, let me double check if these windows open. That window is definitely open. There's literally no window. I should just open the. I can just open my door, leave it open so it can get some ventilation. There's like no calls right now too.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Open the wind. Oh hey, look a call. Hopefully no one takes it before I click on it. Can they not figure out how much life points he's supposed to take? Because he drew like 5 cards. He needs to take 300 more damage. Something weird here. Well, how are you to... You drew 1 card and you took 700. That is correct? No? Hold up. This guy a problem player? He shouldn't be. Alright, so he drew last 700. He should have taken 200, 200, then Dark Room triggers twice, making it 1,000. So he only took 700 for that, so he should take 300 more. Then Reincarnation makes him draw 5. 5 times 200 for each card, 1,000, plus 200 for Light Stage, plus 300 times 2, which makes 1,800, so he should take 400 more damage. Your opponent's literally telling you. Like, if you want to be a problem player, then don't bother playing rated. I don't know why you're trolling, but if you do want to keep trolling, then you're not going to be able to play. Because it should have been absolutely clear the first time when he told you that was 1,000. If you took the time to even ask, it's like, why is it 1,000? Like, oh, hey, Dark Room triggers twice, man, for each damage source. So Dark Room will trigger twice because it's each damage source. So it's gonna be 200 and 200. And Dark State, the Light Stage and the Dark Room Nightmare, full name Dark Room Nightmare, will trigger twice. Easy peasy. Or why would you take 400 more? That'd be still wrong because 400 plus 700 is 1,100. Can't math properly. I have to teach you how to math also, which is also a severe disappointment. Can't find a single every time the timer hits 0. It just goes back to 45. What? Thanks for bits. Rip the bits cup. I changed the cup. I was getting annoyed that it like the bits would stack itself really like awkwardly, so it always looks like the cup is like nothing inside of it. Omega was moved from banished is not a zone. Hey Hudson, thanks for the bits. Why didn't that trigger? I should have heard that. The heck? 2 days ago, 6 minutes ago, Shazdoom tipped $10, but doesn't seem like it triggered. That's weird. Let me double check if that does trigger.
A gleaming endowment.
There we go. Okay. I just refreshed it. There we go. Unless I missed it. Unless I straight up missed it. Like I will. Oh my gosh, that was the most. That's the worst thing ever. He's like, hold up, let me open the window. Walks away, and then the tip triggers when he's not there. That might have been it. Why I didn't hear it like 7 minutes ago. I'm totally not watching what's happening in this duel right now. Did they break something yet? Trade in into block dragon into draw 2. I think they're fine. If they have no issues, then one of these duels may be listed stuck in another game. Okay, thank you. Looks like AFK maybe. See if this guy's in it. Because blue player seems like he's trying to play. Yeah, this guy's seeing he's dueling someone else on his other screen right now. That's why this thing is not working here. Doesn't it straight up say that it meets trigger rec from monster being destroyed? Like if one of the trigger requirements is the monster being destroyed by battle, that means the effect in general can be activated during battle, or that one particular effect can be activated during battle, not all of its effects. Dara's turn, special summon Gemesiel, tribute off Chaos Max, this Chaos Max right here. Okay. Such a sad player. He still has 5 cards in his hand, so he still has some sort of advantage. Unless that was his only play in his hand. Sounds fine. Unless there's some hidden rule that I do not know of yet. Where it will legit just tell me you can only activate this and damage that if and only if a monster is being destroyed by battle. I'm like, why? It's like it just is. It's like, oh okay, Yu-Gi-Oh. Hello, Regeki. I'm revealing Regeki off Dawn 1000. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you have a revealed card in hand and you set that card down onto the field, then they know they know which card it is. Destroyed Seraphonite? And red player saying you can't normal. When you can't confirm. He legit like milled Raigeki earlier, and now he's gonna. Hello. I don't know if he's being stupid on purpose or is just generally doesn't know. If he genuinely doesn't know, that's okay. But if he's being dumb for to just be dumb, then that's not okay. But I can't tell. There's only one copy of Raigeki. Like I don't think you should deserve an explanation at this point. Like, how do I know if it's the same one? He's telling you this is the one that was revealed, and we're setting this one. Like, okay. What if it's a different one? Does it matter? No. It literally does not matter which one. Like, if it's not the same one, then okay, you can say this isn't the same. You can literally not reveal it and just set it as a bluff or whatever. But if it is what it is, if it was revealed, then you do have to say that, hey, I'm saying this revealed one. If you have a second copy, then set it without telling the opponent because it's not currently revealed. Can't wait for the structure. Which one? Oh, the counter fairy. I like mic pop. Different kind of pop. I'm gonna watch it right now. I'm gonna double check what that sounds like. Hey Berserker, how you doing? I haven't seen you stream for a while. What's up? What's up with that? Check what that sounds like. Okay. At least the airplane stopped. At 3:10. Assuming there's like 15 seconds leeway. Can't wait for the structure. Which one? Oh, the counter fairy. I like mic pop. Different kind of pop. Yeah, that didn't actually kill the ears. Okay, that's. I see what it is. It just muted itself too fast or something. You guys are fine now, right? He just attacked into Gem Knight and stopped the turn. This thing is weird. This man is weird. quit at least until I get links on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, maybe longer. Oh, can't deal with the DB people not knowing how to play, because you need to hold their hand all the time. Just did the same kind of pop again? Jeez. Want to give a listen to some music I've been making. It's royalty free. Royalty free still has its thingy things. I can legit straight up turn off all the filters. It might be the compressors. Alright, they got it. Old DN judge here is the resource judge thing a certain username you choose? No, you don't get to choose it. Naming the admins is pretty much random. I made it so you have permission to play it. I need that in writing. Well, actual official writing, but then, like, for me to start putting music back up, it'd literally have to be, to get permission in writing also and all that. To clear it out legally before. And plus YouTube might be like, this sounds exactly like this, and like, nah. And it's gonna get rubber stamped out of oblivion. That's probably not the correct use of the term rubber stamp. What does rubber stamp mean? Rubber stamp is like when you automatically approve something, I think. It's used politically. Yeah, the exact opposite of not the exact opposite, the sort of opposite of rubber stamping. Phrases with asthma. We don't do phrasing. Hello, there's a last resort on there with okay. Calv. Why do you do this? Yeah, you can talk now.
I'm free.
Welcome back, free.
I saw Huston was in the chat earlier.
Oh yeah.
He's my boy, dude. He comes in and watches my stream sometimes.
That tag will do you good. Oh, by the way, if you, Yashan, if you hear the pop on Discord that people are here on stream, let me know. Because I'm still trying to double check the diagnosis before I do something rash and buy something that I shouldn't buy.
Wait, you mean on Discord?
Yeah, because apparently my mic is popping on the stream such that it sounds not as bad as the pops we were having like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to be an OBS issue. So I'm trying to troubleshoot what the issue with OBS is.
Oh, okay.
Or if it's just OBS, or if it's my mic, or anything. As of right now, I think the problem is with OBS, because then people on Discord aren't really hearing the bad pop sounds.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything, so, but I'll keep it ear out, I suppose.
BeyondTheDuel.com/master rule update special summoning extra deck monsters. Oh, hello, hockey number 1. So it's just basic rule stuff. Essentially, you can't summon a monster from the extra deck when you don't have any places to summon it to, unless you're using that particular location to summon to. But if you're using that particular monster as material to summon, then that'd be perfectly fine. Hudson says no, that's not me.
Wait, really?
I don't know, man. Do you know Hudson? You might know.
I'm Ishmo, man. I'm Ishmo.
No, it's a joke. Oh, okay, you're taking it back.
Okay. See, I told you. I told you.
Tone is not translated properly in text. You can read everything so it sounds offensive to yourself all the time. Like, I can try the entire stream is just negative comments. Everything is sarcastic. If it's a positive thing, it's sarcastic.
Okay, so let's continue. I guess Bahamut is okay. Have a nice day, dude. Just have a nice day.
Why are you detaching again in the battle phase? Oh boy.
Why are you detaching? Alright. Being a resource judge must be interesting, I gotta say.
When you do it for so long, it stops being interesting. It's just like, this is normal.
That's nice, though.
Players are being dumb again? This is normal. Normal summon Spell Striker. Attacks directly with Spell Striker. What? Normal summon Solar Flare Dragon. Activates Solemn Warning. Solemn Warning can negate summons. A normal summon is a summon. Here, let me repeat it for you because you asked me what. I don't understand why some people ask what, and then the text is there. I can copy and paste it for you if you want.
No, dude, this happened to me yesterday, dude. This happened to me yesterday. He was like, Solemn Warning only can negate special summons. This happened to me yesterday too.
This is a monster when a monster would be summoned, or alternatively other requirement. But then you already met the first requirement, so you're fine.
This happened to me the other day. It was pretty hype. Idiots. Cash bench.
Cash Badger with the no chill. You just straight up normal summon Spell Striker? Wow. Savage. What is this deck? Is there any Battle Guard Howling? I don't know anymore. Dude, I don't even
Wait, you
know.
can see his cards?
No, it's in his graveyard.
Oh.
Check his graveyard. I'm not gonna straight up tell you like what card he has in his hand because that's literally like cheating. If the guy that asked for the call is like literally watching the stream, he'd be like, "Oh, I know what he has in his hand now," or "Oh, he freaking told the opponent what was in my hand."
No, that's what I'm saying. You can look in their hands, right? You have the capability.
I can check because I need to fix some stuff. Sometimes when they like to return cards without showing it when they're trying to fix something, but then they make a mess out of it anyway.
Oh, it's a stalling.
Alright.
He told me, fuck you.
That goes to both players, by the way. Are there any other issues? Thanks, admin. I will be. You're going to be another issue? Or, because you were not reading my cards, I will be reading your cards. Oh, okay. But yeah, that verbal thingy thing will go to both players, because both players are being dumb. Oh, come on.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh, boys. You too.
the lines of someone saying like "Stop criminal scum," always funny. It's like you expect them to stop if they're criminals. They're gonna run away. Like it's not gonna make them stop. You just shout at them.
I still don't understand why he's telling people criminals on Duel Links. What are they gonna do? Steal your cards?
There was that one time that protagonist cards got stolen, and then they're like, "Okay, I finally caught up to you. It's like I'm going to duel you for it." I'm like, "What? Why don't you just beat the crap out of him?" Or like call someone of higher authority. She's literally stealing.
Hi, he's a troll. What did he do? I wonder what he trolled about. You can look at like the logs too, right, or whatever.
The normal summon Joker. Other players like no, loses 8,000 and is like your move.
Oh, weird. Dueling Book is strange.
How much time did he waste anyway? He literally like spent like 30 seconds. He spent like 30 seconds saying no, losing life points, and saying your move, and then admitting defeat. A minute to... Okay. I'll leave a note. Yeah, I'll leave a note.
How do people have so many coins? I want to be rich. That's a good question.
How do
Mhm.
How do people have so many coins? Viewer's been here forever, man. Like Hudson, don't you have like 1,000 something too?
I know, dude. These people are sweet, dude.
Yeah, Hudson has like 1,600. Like, how are people rich? Sits there on 1,000 coins. I'm like, you're rich, man.
I'm rich.
I'm so poor. Relative
Yeah.
poorness.
I need to
boy.
set up the follow and donation and bits thing. There's so much stuff to set up on Twitch. Like, what are you supposed to? How are you supposed to? Whatever.
The problem with the bits thing is I can't actually give away currency system for bits because there's actually a rule against that. You can't exchange bits for any type of currency. And that includes fake Asmo coin currency.
Mm-hmm. Is that like a Twitch rule?
Yeah, it's in the affiliate agreement.
Dude,
Okay,
Raisin, you're such
do
a cautious person.
You can do a lot of other stuff though, but you just can't transfer it to a different currency.
I see. If you control Trickstar Licorice and activate it. Wait, why is the chat not working for me? I'm gonna refresh.
You're not logged in. If you control Trickstar Lyco and activate Reincarnation, does the opponent only take 1,200 damage? Well, if you only control Lyco and the opponent draws 6 cards, then it'd be 1,200 damage. Like, I don't understand. They have 5 in hand, they take 1,200 with a stage face. Well, you didn't say there was a stage face up before. Oh, okay, now, and then you said there was a stage face up. Yeah, they would take 1,000 and then plus 200 for stage because the stage would read Lyco as hitting only once for 1,000. Because Lyco doesn't hit multiple times for 200. It hits for 200 for each card. 200 for each card when a card's S is drawn. So it would hit for 1,000, and the light stage would be like, hey, look, one source of damage. Hit for another 200. Like if you had like 3 Lycos, the light stage would actually hit for 600. And then if you had 3 Lycos and a light stage and a Dark Room of Nightmare, immediately after Lyco and hey Flipper, thanks for the bit. Copper 1. So like if you had 3 Lycos and 1 light stage and 1 Dark Room of Nightmare, you'd have the Lycos inflict their their damage sources, and Light Stage inflicts its damage sources 3 times for the 3 Lycos. So 1 each for each Lyco. And then the Dark Room of Nightmare would Seagawk into itself. Seagawk, it'll activate and chain with itself 4 times. 1 time for each damage source. Normal summon Scrap Recycler activates the effect. Instantly looks at the deck for some reason. The person that left called for rulings. He's still online. And blue player is going first. This guy. I have no idea why this guy left. This guy, the Shamash guy, didn't do anything wrong at all. He really just called for a judge, and then I came in at pretty quickly. But then he left the duel.
Can you hear my roommate when he talks that loud?
In the background, yeah. But it's not clear what he's saying.
Okay, let me. So it doesn't happen very often. He likes to play Overwatch.
He wants to buy Overwatch?
No, he likes to play Overwatch, so he gets a little excited when certain things happen.
He's gonna explode his brains when I play Symmetra then.
When he plays what?
When I play Symmetra.
Are you good or bad?
I'm really freaking good with Symmetra.
Oh, really?
Like, I will legit put the teleporter in front of the other players, and they'll be like, I don't know what to do. Do we kill the teleporter, or do we attack the people? And then they try to do both, and then they all die because they tried to do both. You have to choose one.
That's the mind games right there.
This monster attacks, so I can't use Spirit Effect at the end of the damage step. What? The only difference between end of damage step and just in the damage step is that the end of damage step is just, you're at the end. You're getting to the end of it. You're currently about to end it, but then you haven't actually transitioned. I think I need to get more anti-itch cream. I think I got some like bug bites in there. Starting to act up again. And that player straight up just left. Okay. What's this guy running? What the heck? Crawlers? Oh, crawlers.
Maybe I should put on push to talk. I never used that though.
Or you can change your volume level such that
yeah, the whatever, like the sensitivity thing or whatever. Let's take a look here. Okay, I think this should work, but I might have to talk louder.
Yeah. A little part of my ear is getting itchy too. Set cards can
Okay.
be tributed.
I just enabled push to talk, so
Okay.
it's the easiest way. I think.
Hudson also plays Overwatch and it gets pretty intense. I played PlanetSide 2 and it gets quite intense.
I'm bad at Overwatch. I can only play Soldier. Soldier 76.
So this is someone calling for AFK, but I'm gonna check right now if the opponent got sucked into a second duel. That sometimes happens. Sometimes I'm like doing a bunch of calls like really fast, and then it starts to derp up because it says, "Oh, you haven't left the other call," and I'm like, "What?" Because then I'd be getting messages from different blue players.
That's pretty weird. Spaghetti. Spaghetti code.
This guy is not bugged. He's straight up AFK. Either that or his dueling book is frozen and he hasn't resized the window. What other way? Anyway, check for that 30 seconds. I do have to go in 2 hours and 30 minutes though, because I have a family gathering to get to. And I can't bring my workstation, or not workstation, my streaming computer over there. Plus, they have really bad internet at that family gathering house. More planes.
Feels bad. Well, it's okay. I should do work soon anyway. Homework, man. Homework.
I don't think the internet's fast enough to even stream at 144p. Yeah, it's like 100 kilobits per second. No, yeah, 100 kilobits per second or something like that. Go 50p. Stop pushing it. Boo. Hey, Brickwall. Isn't it like the morning for you? Oh, it's like 10. It's like 10 a.m. for you, isn't it? No, 10. Yeah, 10 a.m. Good fresh today. Hey, February's. I'm going to answer this question before you finish asking it. I am the Jeopardy master. Trickstar call waiting room. Yeah, for field spell cards, you need to have them face up on the field to resolve with their on-field effects. There are some field spell cards that trigger off of being destroyed, which of course they don't need to be face up because they need to be destroyed in the first place to activate. Which means they won't be face
Hello,
up. Hey, Brickwall. I've been waiting for my opponents for 10 minutes. Why didn't you just call? I mean, I guess.
Like normally, I'd probably wait like 3, 4, and then ask, and then call.
I mean, if you call instantly, it makes it's not that nice. But I mean, I give them like 2 minutes before I call, not like 10 minutes. A lot of people apparently, or a good chunk of people play Dueling Book while at work. I'm like, that's a bad idea.
Why would you play Dueling Book at work or school? That's actually not a good idea at all.
Yeah, because if someone like makes another account and gets frozen on it, then you can't play anymore. And then
If you happen to be playing at that time, because you know it's by IP.
I give them 30 seconds. I'm too nice. I'm too lenient. I should be less lenient.
You give them 0.5 seconds. Player, you have 0.5 seconds to respond.
You just my body as a shield against Masterpiece that's potentially unaffected by spell cards?
I feel like Sean is talking, but he just forgot he had push to talk on. He's always talking all the time during his streams. I wonder if he's reading this right now and realizing he has push to talk on. Is your keyboard mechanical?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so, because I can hear it, and it's like loud, but it's satisfying.
It's loud but sad. I mean, like I actually switched keyboards a while back. This one's actually quieter than the Razer one that I had. The Razer one's build quality wasn't as good either. I like the Corsair one. The Corsair one actually feels like it has aluminum on it. It's like straight up like plating on it, and I'm like, this is nice.
That sounds really nice.
And then there's no like cubby holes for dust to fall in. Like I can literally like shake off all the dust and blow air through this keyboard, and it'll spray out. So if I like put it like in a bag or something and then air blow it, and I'll get rid of all the bits and dirt and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used my own money to buy this Corsair one rather than stream money, because then it's like, well, I think I used some. I can check if I used a bit of stream money for it to help subsidize the buy, but I'm pretty sure I bought this on my own money. Pretty sure I did.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it has colors on it. Like, the reason if I would take stream money out on this keyboard would be, hey, the old keyboard I had was too loud, and I needed to get a quieter one that was still mechanical.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair.
Would I still try to get a quieter one? Not exactly. I just need a different mic. Just gotta put a dynamic mic on this thing that is very high quality, like a SM50 or SM57.
Are you planning on getting one of those?
Yeah, but I only have like, okay, Jazdoom just sent me $10, and I can't cash out on the Twitch stuff until I hit $100. But the tips from GameWisp or from Streamlabs, I can cash out pretty quickly. So if I do that, then I can probably get really close to $100 for the mic. But I do want to save up more though, because it looks like I'm having audio issues generally. So I need to locate what the issue is first, and then use the stream money to fix it.
Okay, apparently someone heard the pop noise.
Someone again. Did any of you guys in Discord hear it?
Nope, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, so it's happening. It's something happening between my
You and
software
Twitch.
and Twitch. So it might be Twitch itself or my software. I'm gonna
And
turn.
if it's Twitch itself, that'd be annoying.
Yeah, that means if it's Twitch itself, that means I can't fix it. It's something with OBS then. I've turned off and on a lot of these, a lot of the mic filters I use to change how I sound. But
Oh, you use OBS?
yeah, I use OBS Studio version 20.0.1.
I was trying to use OBS as a screen recorder, but it just records black when I try to record Dueling Book. Because sometimes I'll just go into a lobby with 2 accounts and try to record screwing around to see how it runs. Like with screen recording on my computer at the same time as doing everything else. Most of the time it runs alright, but I don't get anything when I use OBS. I have to use other screen recorders. Okay, I looked away for a second. What's happening here?
I had to block you out of my mind for a second there, and I missed everything you said because I was trying to figure out what the issue was. I'm so sorry. It
That's
had to
okay.
be done.
That's okay. I understand.
He's gonna chain reincarnation to the activation of Gore's effect, which means Gore gets banished, and then you don't get to summon.
Oh. Is that allowed?
Dude. Battle Fader doesn't even say reveal.
It's totally legal. Trust me, bro. Swift Scarecrow doesn't say reveal. Swift Scarecrow just says discard.
Yeah,
Discard.
Swift
Too
Scarecrow,
late.
okay, wait. Swift Scarecrow literally does not matter because you're discarding it for cost anyway, and the opponent knows, hey, you're activating it. And it's that card right there in the grave.
I'm back, boys.
Hello there.
Hello, hello.
Why don't you have a profile picture? Get one.
I don't need no profile picture.
Yeah, yes you do. To be accepted on the Discord community, you do. Proceeds to magically get admin powers and ban you from every Discord chat ever. Wow, hypocrite much.
Hello. Gore's doesn't reveal, but Battle Fader does. Like, why? No reason. No reason at all.
Base Judge Asmo exposed 2016.
Based? I don't know
Yeah.
what that means. I'm not in the cahoots with the slang. So we don't do phrasing. We don't invest time into memes. Yeah, Romero is a weirdo. They're going to have a nice day and they can't stop it.
Well, they did say thanks, love you, so. Do I have to reveal from hand to have a nice day, though?
Are you activating a card in the hand that says have a nice day? Because I think you do.
In that case, yeah, probably.
Unless you're
Unless I'm
discarding it for a
cheating.
cost or something like that.
Or I'm cheating. I could be cheating. Don't forget that's a possibility. I'm not, but
Oh yeah, you can act. It's kind of weird how you can activate the double damage thing on a defense position monster. Even like you can put it to it. It's weird. I think there's a ruling on it where it says you can straight up.
I'm not even in with the new meta right now. I actually haven't gone on Dueling Book to duel for a while. Someone's mic is going crazy with wind.
That is mine, I think, because the airplanes. Do you hear them?
Oh yeah, I was hearing probably the planes. I mean, we don't get planes and helicopters flying over our place very often, so.
Dude, there's been like planes flying over my house like only this weekend for some reason. Like every other, I don't recall planes usually flying over, so I can't really fix it.
Is there some kind of hurricane rerouting happening or something?
I don't know, man. Yeah, they're making sounds.
But that's a pendulum card. Dun dun dun. Whoa, did I just see Asmo use an abbreviation?
Of course you did.
Whoa.
Asmo, can you please capitalize my name and your subscribers? Hey. When I asked Twitch to do the thingy things and give me the subscriber list, all the names were in lowercase, and I was like, I think I butchered a bunch of them. I don't know. I need to check that XML file again.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. Where's the timer?
Where's the timer? Oh, I turned it off because then I wanna have it turned off when the timer can't increase. Like, there's no good way to communicate that, hey, the timer can't be increased today, because then I literally have to go at a certain time today, and I can't stream for longer than that.
Fair enough.
Double check that. Pendulum effect. Like, there's a... If you manage... Yeah. That's weird. Okay.
Come on, Asmo, press F to
can-
pay respects.
Doesn't tell me anything. The defense position monster can't attack, but if you change it to attack, it can attack. But then... Well, there's something wrong. There's something weird here going on. I'm thinking of multiple things, and it keeps telling me that, hey, you can't activate it on a face down on a defense position monster, but then it works anyway if the monster becomes in defense position, or even face down defense position. It's really weird.
It's all these tips to stream, and then I decide, screw it, I'm gonna look at your Amazon wish list, see how expensive everything is. Expensive.
How far are you from 100? I'm quite a bit away. Sure, I could remove my hand to you. Let's see.
Why don't you have the microwave popcorn as Twitch stream improvement item?
Popcorn? Why do I? Oh yeah, that was a joke. It's literally a joke, but you can literally buy popcorn for me. I'm serious. Like, we'll probably eat it.
What do you have magic sleeves up here for?
Oh, that's not for stream improvement. I think it's labeled.
No,
as
I know it's not. I know it's not. It is labeled as a hobby item. But what do you play? Do you play Magic?
I have a Final Fantasy TCG deck that I need to sleeve up. But then I was like, sleeves are expensive outside of Amazon for some reason.
Sleeves aren't that bad here.
They're expensive. It's relatively expensive compared to the pricing on Amazon.
You pay $10 for sleeves?
That's like It's like $4 for like 60 sleeves.
Alright, no, hold on. Because, AWS Australian price is getting raised a little bit too, because, we pay 8 for 60 here. At my local COD store, I pay, 6 to 8, depending on what brand I buy.
But yeah, that one gives you like 2 packs for like $5 or something. This guy already have a...
You want 32 gigs of RAM? Sure, I'll totally ask my dad for $324 just to gift some guy on a Twitch stream. Sure, we'll see how that goes.
My Destructo didn't show up on stream? What? Final Fantasy EU.
Final Fantasy's not that bad. To be honest, I'll probably buy you the popcorn when I get the money.
Oh my gosh. But like, what is this box? Oh, someone bought me popcorn. Like, my parents like, why'd you buy popcorn? It's like, I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault.
You just gotta yell at them and tell them it's the right of people on the internet who watch me help people who can't comprehend Yu-Gi-Oh 100%. Okay, because I didn't open it in a new
What
tab
does-
because I'm stupid, I missed this. What happened?
What does the pause game do? It pauses the game. It literally does exactly what you think it does.
So, no players can do anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Except chat.
That's what I was thinking. That's actually cool. I know it's hard to grasp, but please try.
I don't know what the problem is, because neither player's actually explained anything at all, ever. Zero, zilch. They're bad at explaining. Both of them have above 1,000 experience, too.
Okay, that's bad. That's bad. I remember one time watching you do administrating on Dueling Network, and there have been people who are really high and they just don't understand basic stuff. What the ruling issue is?
There's
Maybe we
something
should
about a
ban them for
token,
doing
and I don't know what they mean by token, because none of these things actually generate tokens.
like nothing in any of the field at all.
So
Like
you
even
activate light
yeah.
stage. Light stage is negated. Oh, he wants to. You can't overload tokens.
Oh, you can't overlay with tokens. That's nice.
You can't overload tokens, and you can't set field spells to be monsters.
You can't set field spells.
No,
Why
he's
would-
trying to
no,
overlay the
no.
harbingers using harbinger effect, so he gets harbinger another material.
Oh,
They need to create a mandatory counter marker reminder thingy thing.
sorry.
Hudson, stop taking Asmo's calls, please. Thanks. I've been in the same call for 10 to 15 minutes preparing a game state. Stay in that call, please. So is Yishan still here? Is he real? And before he's talking right now, and he doesn't realize that he's muted.
Yo, I'm here, dude. I'm here.
What do you stream? How come I never see it? Do you not stream enough?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yes.
It's just late at night because that's when I have time. Like from 12 to like 2 or later.
Does anybody watch?
My boy Hudson does, dude. My boy Hudson does. Hey, follow me. Twitch.tv/Yishmo, dude.
Straight up advertising.
Sorry, Dark Lord. Sorry, Dark
I will
Lord.
allow it.
I mean, sorry. I mean,
I will allow it.
guys, follow Dark Lord Asmodeus. You know, send him some money.
I will
cheer
not allow
lots
that
of,
particular
cheer,
thing, though. Don't. I will not allow you to follow me. Wait, I
cheer
can't stop
lots
you.
of
Crap.
bits.
I can't stop you from following me.
Cheer lots of bits. Send him lots of money.
Oh my gosh.
Say smart things about
Stop
Yu-Gi-Oh!
selling
Rules.
out.
He loves that, dude. If you say smart things, hey, trigger effects or spell speed 1. See, I'm smart, you know. So hey, you know he likes that stuff. So just hit him up with that.
Hey, remember ignition priority?
I don't want to remember.
I still don't understand that ignition priority. But why? Oh, okay. The
It
text
literally,
went
it
bold.
literally lets you dodge things like Forbidden Chalice, Effect Valor, Breakthrough Skill. Like,
The text went bold again.
yes, it's great. We're going to the bold zone.
Unwavering
Ew.
purpose.
Thank you. Don't duel me again, please. It's rated. That's not a choice.
You don't get a choice.
Well, you did an old dueling network, but then people started boosting. Wow. Anyone go to Discord? Who likes roleplay? I don't know.
Didn't
How do
I
you change your
already-
name on like a Twitch server?
Didn't I already give this player
I mean,
like an
a
AFK for
Discord
today?
server. Sorry. Okay, go.
Where you going?
No. I said, how do you change your name on like just your nickname on a Discord server?
You have to have permissions for it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then that's fine.
You want to change it to your Twitch name or something?
Yeah.
Are you here? Okay, got it. I'll change it.
So I'm just reading through the general chat, and I see the thing from Hudson about the people who watch the GX anime with Bastion and 6 decks on his chest, and I'm just like, okay.
There must be a lot of AFK calls. Oh my god.
Yeah, it
Must get
happens.
tiring.
Like some call like really simple ruling calls where they literally just called after an issue happened. I can answer in less than 10 seconds, and then that makes it so AFK calls actually take longer. But yeah, this guy's AFKing again, so
Rip.
this is the second time he's AFK'd in the duel in today. So I'm like, are you just trying to get easy wins by AFKing? Because if that's the case, then he's probably gonna not be allowed to play rated.
Sea Spiral, boosting is basically trying to force 2 people into a duel and have one quit to gain rating. That's what it is in dueling book sense.
Yeah, this is the second time I've game lost this guy for. Or I've seen him be AFK. I'm just gonna note.
Oof. I just realized I should be more productive while watching the stream. I can fold clothes. I can clean my room.
Do you have a Yushan? Do you have or Yishmo? You have a stream schedule?
Not really. I only started doing it for like 3 days, but it's usually like 11, 12 to like 3 a.m. Pacific. I just started like a few days ago because I was bored one night and I was like, well, let's just stream some Dueling Book. And that's how it all started. Are those macros or something? The like a
Hey Asmo, guess what? Hey Asmo, guess what? You happen to be doing a stream on my birthday. You happen to be doing a stream on my birthday.
Okay.
Wow, that's cool. I'm gonna stay up late for that.
AFK because he knew he lost when I played next year. I remember H3 being a problem player.
I can guarantee it's not the real H3. H3
No,
production.
no, just the person named H3 on Dueling
Yeah,
Book
no, I
is a problem
know,
player.
I know. Yeah, I know that.
I can't verify if this guy's Mally, so. Like, you can think he does it on purpose, but I don't have enough information to confirm such a accusation that he does it on purpose to get free wins. If he keeps doing it, people will start taking notice.
And
Like,
then you can upgrade it to melee.
Yeah, and then I can actually upgrade it, because he's literally, like, stalling.
Whoa, there's a lot of light in your face right now.
Yeah, the window likes to open and close due to wind.
He wants your Twitch link. That. There you go.
This is welcome. Jeez, too much, too formal. Back away.
Welcome. Welcome to the realm of ruling issues.
Activate pause desires. Activate terraforming.
I am not reading that out. No February's. I am not reading that out. Oh, hey, TM Queen.
Alright. So there's two cards that are supposed to be banished face down, which he put on the bottom of the deck because he drew early. And you figure out what those cards are, because those two cards are supposed to be banished. That means there's two extra cards that are supposed to still be on top of the deck. And to the...
Does this mean I'll have to reveal the cards that need to be banished face down?
The ones that he's gonna get in his hand don't need to be shown because he's supposed to draw them. But the two cards that he has drawn extra have to be put back on top of the deck. Alright.
What's the difference between bits and money?
Bits are a lot more expensive than direct tipping money from Streamlabs. Bits is pretty much another payment method, essentially, or cheering method for sending money to your favorite streamer. Yeah.
But what if every streamer is my favorite streamer?
Time for a dime, 10 out of 10. Looking fresh all the way.
Oh, I think I heard some sort of click thing
That's
just then.
that's
but-
from someone else, I think.
oh,
Because
okay.
I heard
That
it
was
too.
from me. That was from me. That was from me muting my mic because I had to cough.
Oh, okay. I just never mind. Sorry,
Instant
you're
mute.
good then. You're good then. You're good.
Yeah. My mic still hasn't done it on Discord yet.
I think it's a Twitch problem because I only hear it when I put my headphones in my computer and the headphones that I'm using to talk on at the same time. Because I'm talking on another device because I don't have a good microphone for the computer. It's terrible.
Did he? Hold up, I need to check if. Okay, he did not draw into that terraforming, so I don't need to worry about the terraforming. The terraforming is going to get shuffled.
Stream latency feels so weird. Because I hear you type and then a good 2-3 seconds later I see you write what you typed. So it's like magic silent typing in the stream. Even though they hear the typing.
Could be. It's
You bought a 1 terabyte SSD. How much did that cost?
1 terabyte. It was $230.
Oh, that's actually pretty cheap.
Yeah, because I got a student discount. It's usually like 270 or so.
That's actually pretty good for an SSD.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I would have gone a slightly faster SSD, but then it's like I lose a second every time I load something. Pretty much, it's like nothing. I can bear with it for the cheap value or the cost saving value.
It becomes worth it. Highlight mic pop.
Mic pop again. No one heard that on Discord. Okay, so it is definitely an OBS thing. Something going from OBS to Twitch is causing an issue, which means it's either on Twitch side or it's going to be on OBS side. So I need to figure out which it is. If it's on OBS side, then I can fix it if I can exactly pinpoint which one it is.
Or get a new screen recorder if that's possible.
All right, let's see. Why do you drop?
I don't think he sent the cards to Grave.
Okay, now he has 2 cards that he knows on top of the deck that his opponent's also supposed to know because he just illegally drew them without instruction. And they're on top of his deck.
And this player legitimately doesn't understand this, correct?
This player legitimately is trying to follow directions and is adding in more
he shouldn't
directions I
have
haven't
searched-
said yet.
He shouldn't have touched his deck. He shouldn't have touched his deck.
Yeah, the deck is already treated as randomized, so I'm not going to apply further penalty for that, but come on.
I didn't expect you to apply the penalty, but besides that, he still shouldn't have. You should probably let him know just for future reference.
He put he should have put Cosmo Town back first. He put yeah, he
Who was
needs to
that
put Cosmo
person
Town
again?
back and then
Who's that person again who's usually wrong in rulings? Who you get a lot?
alright, let's see. He drew into have 6 more issues.
Somebody should donate $500 to Asmo to see him sing Barbie Girl.
Alright, so I know what these 2 cards are, so I can check if he does it right.
Did he do it right?
He's looking at the graveyard, so he's doing it wrong already, right off the bat.
Oh, okay. 1 second to go cough.
Asmo is turning into a ghost. The light burns.
Asmo and light do not mix. No, Asmo, don't go into the light.
Let's see, so it's that card and that card.
Could this be Rip Asmo?
Yeah, that's good, okay.
Everybody, press F to pay respects to Rip Asmo. F.
Hmm. Oh, I have the auto hotkey doing that. Banish face down.
Good job. It's doing it in capitals.
Yeah. It's actually banish FD on the deck option. But yeah, I have thingy things to say face down really fast and face up really fast now.
Oh, why is that?
It's just to make the typing easier because it's a common thing that I say.
Oh. Does your hotkey come with your keyboard, or do you use like a
I
separate
have
program for it?
I have a G13 gamepad that I use for macro keys. It's extra buttons to execute macros.
Oh. I have a text expander extension for Chrome for it, so yeah. Because I have a trash keyboard.
Alright, that took quite a lot to fix, jeez. How to follow directions 101. I'm going to fail to follow these directions and add in my own directions and follow those directions instead. Like, please, man, why you do? Also, this is lag. I'm become lag.
Press F to pay respects to Asmo's lag.
My gosh. There's only spam. There's only spam in the chat now.
Oh, nobody pressed F. Fine, I'll start.
AFK.
How long did he wait and how long is it AFK?
Blue player ended his turn. And then asks if a thing was normal summon.
I was about to close his casket. As in, like, you were about to win. Admin, please contact admin 3591. Do you mean resource judge? Who is 3591 anyway? Hey, Asmo, a completely hypothetical question.
This guy is going to get ripped really hard.
Red player? Oh, yeah.
Does he have Infernoids in his grave? He does.
How's that not a warning for stalling? It didn't.
Literally fishing for penalties. Get out of here.
We should get a fishing for penalties emote.
I clicked special summon by accident, returned to my end instantly, then fixed it by normal summoning. You clearly couldn't see that, and you're trying to fish for a penalty.
I mean, like, red player could have said, check the logs, I fixed this. K, leave, you're useless. Oh my god. How do highlight useless Asmo? Oh my god, yes, Dragon. The Toho references.
Fraid69, is it alright if I join the Discord live chat? The channel isn't join locked. You don't need, if you already have permissions to join, then I literally not stopping you from joining, but then there are talk permissions that you currently don't have. You can straight up go in and listen if you like, but I'm not gonna necessarily give you talk permissions unless I've talked to you before, which is the general policy.
If he goes AFK again, don't join. Wow. He can't tell if it's an AFK call or not just by looking at it. Wait, can you?
No,
Or
it
is
was
just
a
call
ruling
the
issue.
judge?
It wasn't actually an AFK issue. Like, hey, he didn't freaking, he special summoned the Blackfang illegally. And I was like, okay, I fixed his normal summon now. It's like, no, I'm gonna still get you for AFK. I'm like, no. The friggin' ruling
Oh,
issue.
you were just in the call that I had to repair 4 minutes worth of game state for.
You should have just game lost the man. It was 4 minutes.
No.
Wait, you had to fix 4 minutes worth of
I had to
game
finish
state?
4 minutes of game
didn't-
state.
You should have just game
Oh,
lost the
I
guy.
didn't have to. I chose to for the simple fact that there wasn't too much that needed repairing. A lot of it was just kind
Who
of
am I from Geelong? I'm a person. who
milling
plays.
and summoning,
about
which is okay.
I live
Like-
in the city Geelong, in the country Australia, in the state Victoria. What about it?
But you are right, Asma. I could have just outright game lost him. I'll game
Was it
lost
the
someone
red
if
player
it's
who?
too
Wait,
far.
was it the above and beyond player that's trying to like fish for penalties?
No, basically the above and beyond player activated a second magical spring in the same turn, which he couldn't do. So then
Okay.
everything after that, I had to reverse back.
Yeah,
which
you
is
should have
what
game
I
lost that
did.
guy. He doesn't deserve your patience.
Oh, but I'm such a nice guy. Okay, I need-
No,
let me
there are
work out
some
what's going
people
on.
on DB that literally deserve 0 slack, and he is going to be one of the people.
Well, if you say that, I might as well game lost. What's that guy's name?
Don't do it
See,
right now.
boss.
You fixed the issue. There's no longer
No,
an
no,
issue.
no,
You
no,
already
no,
gave
no,
your
no,
ruling.
no, no,
You
no,
can't go
don't.
back and change your ruling
I
unless
know
it's
that,
literally
you
been.
pleb. I know that, you pleb. I'm fully aware I can't go back on a decision, which is why I never leave until I've made a full decision. Right, so I should actually pay attention to this call and see what the problem is. So,
I think they are. I'm not sure what this issue is yet. I'm gonna look up some stuff though. Oh, card effect. You send one spell. It's an effect.
I love how the moment I come in here, I get asked a question that I'm not sure about, whereas everything else prior I've been sure about. I hate life. It's that now. Until you're. Hey Asmo, I've got a thing to ask you, please. When you have card text that says until your next standby phase, is it referring to the current controller of the card or the original controller of the card?
Time star. You send purple. What?
Peter, I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark, and I'm gonna assume the controller of the current controller of the card.
You think it's the current controller, do you?
I think so.
But
I
then
would-
it's gonna. But then if it's the current controller, but then it's gonna return to its original controller anyway,
yeah,
because
who
it was only
knows?
taken for one turn.
Yeah, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
If you get, which is why I'm asking Asmo, because Asmo knows this kind of interaction, which I don't actually know too well.
Nor do I. That's why I just had a guess.
Is Asmo done with his call?
I'll have a
I'm
look.
at the
I
tail end
don't.
of it right now.
No.
You're not in a call?
I'm in a call. I'm at the tail end of it right now.
Yeah, Taylor. All right, when you're done, can you answer my question, please?
Did you type it down?
Yeah, I can type it for you. One sec. It's simple.
Depends. Depends who activated the effect.
Current controller.
You read it from the whoever activated the effect.
So current controllers. Okay.
Whoa, I got it right by pure prediction.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of like.
Like, you're
If
not
you
giving
read
me
it
the whole
from-
card, so I can't really be 100% sure. So that's a 99%
Well,
ruling for you.
You want to copy and paste the text of the card of Omega's thing? Is that?
You still.
I'm
An
scrolling through.
earnest disciple.
Hey,
Through
Gandhi,
status
thanks for
updates.
follow.
I'm
So
scrolling
there's your
through.
effect, Asmo. Just confirm controller standby phase, not original standby phase. Because the card is going to return control during the end phase, but if it's no longer on the field, it can't
If you
return
switch
it
control
until...
after somehow, I'm not even sure how you're
Well-
supposed to switch control because it banishes both.
It was
it'll
swap
still
control
return to
during
the-
the battle. It was swap control from original controller to current controller by this card, which has.
Yeah, well,
this
I mean,
text.
like, they're gonna come back at the correct time, and then the instant the monster comes back, the change control
game-
will wear
Yeah,
off.
so the
and instantly
moment the
swap
moment
to
it comes
original
back
once.
during the current controller standby phase, it will return to original controller.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just control mechanics. Nothing else really changes. That's all it is. Anything that's temporarily banished, or is it temporary banishment? Some stuff on that too, I guess. It's actually supposed to go to the banished possession of one of the player that controlled it. Because it's
Is it actually going to do that? It's going to return
Yeah,
from
it's
one
actually
bank
gonna
file
do
to
that.
the other. Okay.
if you take control of Necroface and you temporarily banish it, it'll be your Necroface effect that's activating in your banish pile. Or yeah, it's not going to be the original owner's Necroface activating at that point. In terms of effect possession control, if a card cares about that, which Necroface is not a good example of caring about it.
I want to go walk over to my convenience store to get a drink, but I don't know if it's open yet.
God, that's a really weird
Did
interaction.
you not banish? Do you think? What the heck did he do?
Oh, okay. You have a Tweety bird.
Wait, why are you now asking me to rewind the game state? Did you do something? You can't take back plays. I ain't letting you take back plays.
I guess my sentence can be misinterpreted because the pronoun association is subject. Yeah, that's confusing. Yeah, he should have been able to observe and make a note about that on which card should have been banished. Because in the previous sentence I said, also the card is going to be banished, the wisdom is still protected though. So he should have been like, oh okay, so even though the purple poison is banished when I sent it to the grave instead, it'll still protect the wisdom, right? But I guess that didn't connect through in terms of him understanding that. This poor man is not reading correctly, yeah.
I had to explain to someone for a solid 5 to 10 minutes the difference between a pendulum effect and a monster effect. It was hell. And it was all because of Pendulum Call. right? Because Pendulum Call has a text. I've actually got it here because it's in this game. It's got a text or condition at the end that says you cannot activate this card if you have activated a Magician Monster's Pendulum effect this turn. The guy didn't activate a Magician Monster's Pendulum effect, but he did activate Harmonizing Magician's Monster effect. And the guy was like, no, you can't do that. Wait, why can't you do that? Because of Pendulum Call. No, Pendulum Call doesn't work. Oh.
Ban Pendulum Call for giving trouble to unofficiated side judges. That one I'm in the chat and I'm actually playing Minecraft right now. I'm just here to chat at this point.
Irish Magicians.
Nope, I guess neither of them are gonna refresh. Great. Bug
Irish
has a higher chance of appearing again. Sangan.
Oh, I'm apparently being called Mr. Judge.
This is how do you get 2 Psalm Warning versus a normal summon in the same stream? This doesn't make any sense. This is very rare.
Is it rarer than a rare
To be
pet?
fair, I've had quite a few of the same rulings today. I've had a lot of people ask me, can Solemn Strike negate a summon that's done by a spell or trap card effect, like Brilliant Fusion or a ritual
depends.
spell?
It depends. The answer
It
is always
doesn't.
it depends.
It's not depends.
Yeah, because if the spell or trap card says immediately after this effect resolves or something like that.
That is specific to the fucking True Draco spells or
No,
traps.
no, there's
They're-
some
no,
things that
that's
special summon
different.
off of chain, like
that's
Formula
different.
Synchron.
No. That's different because there are very few cards in the game that say immediately after this effect resolves, right? And if it resolves, then it's different because the reason you can't strike a ritual spell summon, for example, is because the ritual spell is still fucking resolving. You can't activate Solemn Strike while a card is resolving, therefore you can't activate it once the ritual's been summoned.
Well, that was interesting, to say the least.
Okay. I'm not going to hit him for that. Alright, Asmo. What do you think of this?
Sengan wouldn't be summoned. He's just summoned.
I did learn something new today as a ruling thing. Prior to today, I thought that if you attempt to activate a spell or trap card that includes the effect for special summoning, you wouldn't be able to activate Card of Demise in the same turn if that card was negated.
That is
but I
correct.
learned that. No. It's not correct. The
It
reason.
is absolutely correct if you only negate the effect of a card that's
No,
special
if you
summons.
negate the activation, Asmo.
You told me you negated the effect.
No,
Butt
the
munch?
activation, Asmo. Asmo, check the stream. Negated the activation.
No, you said negated the effect. I heard
I
right.
said if it includes the effect
Guys,
of the
we're
special
getting
summon, you
back me
negate
up
the
here.
activation. No one's backing you up.
I'm standing back and not saying anything at all.
Alright, negate the activation. If it negated the effect, then no, you wouldn't be able to activate card of Demise. I already knew that. But I wasn't aware that it was different if you negated the activation of a card, because I thought that the attempt to activate it still counted for Card of Demise's condition. And now I know differently that it does not. It did question my logic on use versus activate, though, in card text. As well as conditions that say you cannot do X thing.
We are not responsible for accidental. Okay.
Oh man, I've had quite a few of like your responsibility calls today. A lot of times it's like, oh, this player did this, you should hit him for cheating, but you didn't point it out either. It is both players' responsibility to uphold the game state. If you said nothing and he just continued after you said nothing, it's not 100% his fault. It's like 80% his fault, 20% yours. But then you also get some. There was one call I had where a guy accidentally added the wrong Trickstar card with Candina. He was supposed to add Stage, but he added Lycoris instead by accident. And his reasoning was that he was using a trackpad. I couldn't confirm he was using a trackpad, but based on the time it took him to return and try and correct the error, I gave him all like, yeah, it's a misclick. You did not mean to add that card. But then I told him afterward, not your opponent's responsibility for your hardware being a problem. If it happens more often, may not be ruled the same way, especially if it happens as a habit.
Here's a 2-paragraph explanation on cards and when cards will be summoned, why you can't activate particular cards, and yada yada yada. I disagree. I'm like, okay, you can be dumb. I can't control that. Like, here's like two paragraphs explaining exactly how it is, and I'm not using any slang terms either.
What's even the ruling? He
doesn't understand what inherent means. I'm like, inherent doesn't mean anything.
Oh,
here's how things work.
Okay, so that word is so. I've been told never to use that word. The word inherent.
Don't use it because people are dumb and they can't figure out what it's actually supposed to mean if you use it.
I mean, there is an actual official word for it, isn't there? It's not inherent.
No, it's just when a monster would be summoned. Is a chain resolving? Yes or no? If a chain is not resolving, then you can still activate cards or effects.
If a chain is resolving, then you can't.
Then you can't, unless you're like using continuous effect, but then continuous effects don't even activate anyway.
It's officially known as a built-in special summon.
Yes, you can say built-in special. That's an official term used by the
That's
Konami
an official
blog,
terminology by Konami blogs. Whereas the
but that
unofficial
doesn't explain
term
the
is
interaction
inherent.
of why you can't activate a particular card when a monster would be summoned.
Everybody spam inherit in chat to piss off Asmo.
Wait, this guy has the weirdest explanation. After he uses beta effect, is Karma 1 attack forfeited? I didn't know you could forfeit attack.
I don't think that's the right word. Does he lose the attack for what? Karma 1 versus what?
No,
Versus
Karma
what
1
interaction?
versus Beta, the Electromagnetic Warrior. So look.
Beta?
Ah,
Beta?
uh,
The elect...
It does nothing regarding attack. Hold on.
But
I
it
use
doesn't
Beta's
alter
effect
attack. It
summon
just
Del-
uses half of its attack points for damage calculation.
It doesn't even... Where does it even say that?
Beta? If this guy's normal summon or special summon, you can add one. That's irrelevant.
That's
During the
irrelevant.
opponent's turn, you
The other
choose to discard
effect is
special
irrelevant as well.
What is he talking about? Beta doesn't.
Hang on. In short, I use Beta's effect to summon Delta on Karma 1's attack. He only gets the option to replay or forfeit his attack at this point. Okay.
Or cancel
so
his
they're
attack,
using-
you mean?
They're using forfeit as a word for like a replay occurring. I see. I got this. Makes it far easier.
February says, at Dark Lord Azure, I want to inherit some in your heart.
Isn't that sweet?
Ban. In before ban.
Is it comma 2 or comma 1? Because then one of those things can attack directly for no reason at all other than its card effect.
Comma 2 can attack directly. Neither of those are on the field. An attack this turn. No, they're basically just asking if comma 1 attacks and the second effect, the beta, is used to tribute itself, which then special summons Delta, which again does nothing here. Other than he sent another beta with it from the grave. But if that happens, does comma 1's attack, quote, forfeit, which I assume means does it stop entirely, or can he attack again? And I've just explained to him basically how a replay occurs. That's all I need to tell them.
Wait, this person doesn't know how a replay occurs?
No, to be honest though, actually, you do find there are some people who actually don't know how a replay actually occurs. Like, they'll think that because a monster special summoned, they can take back their attack with something else, and attack with the monster they originally attacked with. Not how a replay works.
That's not quite how it works.
Not how it works. If you attack with a monster, when that attack declaration is made and a replay occurs, you have to attack again with that monster, or not. If you don't get another option. Don't get to attack again with that monster again the rest of that turn. Unless you can attack twice with it, then I think you can get around it. So that's like a really niche ruling. Maybe like with BLS.
This guy's asking where's the swap frog, and I'm like, and then the player's like, it's in my hand, dude.
Where is Swap Frog? I tell you what, people have to be very careful when they're watching what a player does with Swap Frog, because there are some players who do think they can, for some reason, they think they can summon a Swap Frog.
Oh yeah, that
Bounce
ruling
it
was
back.
fixed when it got errated.
No, summon a Swap Frog, bounce it back, right,
Had a fear, thanks for the 5 bits.
and then use the additional summon to normal that Swap Frog again. If that was the case, it would be busted. It would be the most busted frog in existence. Substitute would be back, and that would be banned. What? I beat him with Sylvans, and now he's begging for something.
What?
He's begging to eliminate him from existence.
This guy asked me a ruling question earlier as well, so I know he's not, like, completely done. Are you here?
I'm getting very confused.
That's what being a Yo judge is all about. You get confused about everything.
I
got some quality advice from another judge not too long ago. Where is it?
What was this quality advice?
I'm gonna find it. Once you accept this game makes no sense, you'll stop worrying about being wrong. You start getting things all right more often. And then you start getting things right more often.
I accepted that a long time ago, believe me. Target. I see it in every separate message. What
Oh, hang
did
on. Just I'm about to apply a match loss, he fucking gets back. This keeps happening. He attempts to use Sage quiet, but I want to confirm if Sage lost timing, because the last thing to happen is the draw, and the other thing, it reveals Sage when it immediately Hermitry effect. What? Checking logs. I need to see what's going on here. What? Dream out Sylvania. Enter standby phase. Banished thingy. And phase 1. Pointing at Pianissimo. So Pianissimo was destroyed. Hermitry milled Hermitry, triggering Sage in hand. When a Sylvan monster is sent to gravity, you use rest on this card. Then I stack Sylvans with excavated Hermitry. That's GG. What? He called a judge for cheating for no real reason. Hang on. Activated set reasoning for 1. Build Hermitry. Which then special summon Hermitry. Then the activated Sylvan Charity. This is that draw 3, send 2, isn't it? Draw 3.
That's a lot of calls. Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, I'm stuck in a Sylvan call and you're gonna get all those calls.
Nope, I guess they don't need that hotkey, okay.
And so when a Sylvan monster is sent to graveyard, you can
A
special summon
wise
to start.
decision.
Roland, thanks for the follow.
If
Stop, man. Naren, what is up? What happened? Bungee jumping is fun. No, stop.
And if you do is simultaneous, isn't it? Is there simultaneous? No. So because it happens simultaneous, Sage Courier isn't going to miss timing. It's going to activate in a new chain after the card's milled.
How the heck does this guy go to battle phase then main phase 1?
I'd like to go to battle phase and main phase 1, please, because that works.
What the heck? Like, straight up in the logs, he's like, enter battle phase, shuffle hand, enter main phase 1. I'm like, you can't do that.
Hey guys, everybody, next time you go to any event, go to main phase 1 from battle phase. Remember to do this.
Oh man, I've said so many calls today where people have skipped
So I would
phases.
appreciate you giving me a game
Try and
list.
skip that. Okay, so you activate Sylvan Chariot, reveal 2 of the cards, at least 1 silver, and then place them back on top of deck in any order. So you return Terraforming. Okay, so that's legal. Then you use Tree.
Wait, hold
I
on.
would
I
appreciate.
would appreciate giving me a game loss.
Yeah, so he's about
He
to
wants
lose, I
it.
think.
He
Playmaker
really wants it.
is... Hap-
Return.
If the duel is glitched, normally don't you just
Uh-huh.
cancel the duel?
if someone's about to win, it's like, yeah, I might as well give you the win. Or, there's something wrong here, hold up. Is that even supposed to be Playmaker?
Okay, then you have me Tree stacked 3.
Wait, I don't even know, hold up. I'd have to...
Which you did incorrectly, but it still doesn't matter. Then return them in that order.
I am very cold.
Is Playmaker even supposed to be at 26?
What does Sage even do when it's summoned? Once per turn, you can activate top card, and if it's a plant time monster, send it to graveyard. Otherwise, place it at the bottom of your deck. So he mills another one. So he mills the Princess Sprout, which is where? Here it is. Cards activate, send to graveyard, you can take out 1 11 special summon.
Yeah.
So it makes 8.
Yeah, he wants... This game's like, I'm like, wait, I don't even trust this being a Playmaker at all. Like, this card right here is probably not even it. Like, the game's so fucked. Like, the guy entered battle phase, then entered main phase 1. Like, you can't. There's no way you can. There's no legit way you're supposed to do that in Dueling Book. Asmo, are you excited for the new Sea Crystal Beast support? I mean, I can test it out later, like probably later in the week. Nope.
This guy ran over Masterpiece with Heliopolis. Erratic Summoner Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Guy's playing Sylvans in this meta. God damn. That may not actually be the worst idea. Okay, nice. Okay. Oh, the True Joker player just admits defeat and leaves. Can you link with face downs? No. That's what we need to know. Do you know why, Asmo, Konami decided that Synchro, XYZ, and Link summoning required face-up monsters, but fusion summoning could be used with face down, including contact fusion? I activate disturbance strategy. That resolves. I had fate. Wait. Before you ask anything.
Okay, Demise is mandatory, and the Senjus are also mandatory. You can choose. Like, why wouldn't you be able to choose? Like, I guess you could probably say the thing is like, oh, you can choose to resolve it and discard your hand even though you don't have a hand. It's like, yeah, it's weird like that. Yeah, that's how it works though. But that's understandable if you ask that particular exact question. Where if it's a card Demise, it's like you can choose to use it when you have no cards in hand. It's like, yeah. I mean, like, what if you had no cards in hand at the very end anyway? Like, you'd still have to resolve it with no cards in hand, so it leads you to suggest that, oh, you can resolve that effect even though you don't have any cards in hand anyway. Because it's going to force you to do it anyway. Because those are through card effects. The card effects say cards you control, materials are revealed before sent to grave while resolving a fusion summon. They're not necessarily revealed. They're gonna get sent to grave anyway. And then you'd see them, so you don't necessarily have to reveal them, but you'd have to show them for like a special summon of a fusion monster where you return cards from the field to the deck. For in terms of like Gazaris, you'd still have to show that. By the way, contact fusion isn't actually a fusion summon. It literally says special summon.
No, it's a special summon. By returning them, you do not use polymerization.
Yeah, it's a
But what was
special
your-
summon
what was
of a
your
fusion.
response?
It's a special summon of a fusion monster, and
Yeah,
you don't use polymerization.
different.
And the monsters that you use for it are treated as the fusion materials for that fusion monster,
Yeah.
which is really
What was
weird
your
too,
original
even though you're
answer
not
there?
conducting a fusion summon.
For why Konami allows this?
Why does
Oh,
Konami allow this?
are you talking about like why fusion cards can be faced or like unknown basically when you're like
Yeah.
before you?
Exactly. Why can fusion materials be unknown, but everything else has to be
I
known?
always thought it was because that like let's take like the old fusion summon like polymerization, right? You can use materials from your hand. So I sort of
hand is
suppose that
just-
implies that
So,
any material can be unknown because if you
Yeah.
can use materials from your hand. Whereas the other
well, you
summoning
can use
methods,
materials from hand, and the hand is not public knowledge. So, in that case, that's like your reasoning
You're-
makes
you're-
sense. But
hello.
it's still
You're trying
confusing.
to apply reasoning to Yu-Gi-Oh game
Konami.
mechanics. There's zero reasoning for Yu-Gi-Oh game mechanics. It's literally this is how it works. Congratulations. Here you go. Because when you get too deep, you can't logic it.
exactly.
There's no such thing as logic. There's just it happens because this reason, and that's why it happens. Deal with it.
It's because we said so.
That's what we said so.
We need a new because Konami said so emote.
Just have it like letters BKSS.
Yes, exactly. I wonder how much it'll cost to make that.
I probably would stray away from text, from text emotes just because it's just text. It really depends.
No,
If it's, I mean, like, okay, if it's BKSS, then it's like it's too far niche for me to say this is a good emote, because then I also stream other stuff too.
yeah, fair enough.
Alright, so he draws a card, he says thinking, so that means he has first his action if the player doesn't have an issue with it. If the player wanted to do an effect, then he would have done so,
But he didn't. So
but he didn't, and he's in a special Gumesial.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. So this guy just wanted clarification on why John Lockbird
I like Mike Pop at 220. Let me check
combo
that
worked.
again. Let's see what these sound like, because then it's. I heard that the few times I've actually double checked to
Although
hear what the mic pop sounds like, it's really derp. It's really bad. Check what that sounds like. The 220, 220 second. Check.
I'm giving credit to this player for running Ancient Gears and getting to 500 rating with it.
good job. like actually good job.
Yeah, that. Don't know why that's happening.
Like he's actually running Ancient Gears. That's an actual thing. Oh, he's running Ancient Gears with the Tronic.
I'm gonna turn on my compressor. I still can't. Still can't figure out what the issue is. So it's wow again. Jeez.
All these mic pops.
Yeah,
I'm not hearing
Yeah, no one in Discord's hearing it, so it's gotta be.
it.
Have you still
OBS.
not resolved this issue? You should have resolved it yesterday, you pleb.
What do you think he's been trying to do?
He's been playing freaking whatchamacallit? Original Sin.
He's been playing Original Sin.
He's been playing Divinity Original Sin 2 for
Yeah,
like
I've been playing that. I played
2
that
days,
yesterday.
rather
Is it
than
a good
fixing
game?
OBS.
It is a turn-based strategy game, and
Sounds
also an
fun.
RPG that has every single thing voice acted.
Whoa, I
Pretty
never
much.
thought I'd hear that.
Oh, I heard a thing.
Normal calls. Oh, those are cool. Oh, it's with Simon
Rick, did you
Lowell,
mute
this
your
would
mic
be
again?
great.
Because I heard it that time.
No, I didn't mute my mic. That might have been a mic pop.
Yeah, I heard that myself, which is weird because I usually don't hear it.
That might be me,
Yeah.
because I have a pretty weird mic.
Because I heard that again just now.
Weird.
Wait, why? Kaiju versus Domain.
What?
What? Is there even an interaction here?
Don't mess this up now.
This dueling book. Do you
I
actually
mean, this
expect
isn't-
interaction between players?
Kaijus are not tribute summon monsters.
Okay, there's no way you can mess it up.
No, he's not actually asking if.
No, but this guy thinks Domain applies because he has a Kaiju.
I mean, you could
Right, which was
you could
no.
technically make it a tribute summon monster if you legit tribute summoned it, but then that was a special summon.
When special summoned by their own effect, summoning condition.
You didn't have to clarify. I think they got it already.
Well, I like to clarify because I've been bitched at by Rusty to make sure I tell players why they're wrong. Because there are some calls I'll go into, they'll ask me a question, I'll say no, and then I'll leave once they've continued. I won't even give them a reasoning behind it.
Oh, no. You don't always have to, and I don't usually do it unless they ask for it.
That's what I mean. That's what I do. I give them a reasoning. If they say why, they ask me why. Fine, I'll explain. If they don't ask why and they just continue outright, then I'll just leave it at that and I'll go. If they're happy, I'm happy. All right, because there's a lot of calls to take at certain times of the day, especially when there's like 7 or 8 calls just constantly sitting around. I have to get to them as quick as I can because there are people waiting. So I don't give reasonings unless you ask. And it's the same reason why, if it's a busy day or a busy time of the day, I won't answer hypotheticals in dueling chats. I'll answer them in PMs. Because there's no point in answering a hypothetical and staying in that call when I could be doing another call while a PM is there for me to answer when I can. But the fact you think I can mess up...
Barrel's gonna get the stream link, I guess.
What the fuck is this card? Palladium.
We don't think
Oracle
highly of
Mahad.
Barrel here in this town, guys.
Hey, Asmo. Have you ever heard of this card before? Palladium Oracle Mahad.
Yes, I know exactly what that does.
You know exactly what.
Almost.
Well, I literally joined, and this guy has Manju, and the other opponent has Palladium, and then he's just left.
Manju and Bleach. Just draw your first turn.
Okay.
Special summon.
Did he draw this? He must have drew this as his first card, and he just special summoned it. Hang on, let me just quickly check the log. What did he add off Manju that made him? Oh, he's playing Cyber Angels. Wait. How did he... Oh, okay, I see the problem. Even though this call's already done because both of them left. The problem was the guy tried to summon the Mahad during main phase 1 of his opponent's turn. This is not how it works. Have mercy on me.
You can activate
Summon-
Magical Meltdown and not add anything.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
these
fine.
players have both 1,000 experience. Let's see. Set rotation says while either of those cards remains set on
What?
the field, neither player can activate. Here.
I summoned Proxy Dragon. It's linked to Firewall. My opponent says that's not legal. Why? It's co-linked when they point to each other, right? Co-link means when two link monsters point to each other. That's co-link, yes.
Okay. Wilden, you now tell players that they're on stream. Particular reason as to why you say that. One of the reasons is it stops them from
Freaking out.
from doing a tantrum on stream. And if they do something really wrong, then it's literally captured on recording. So if like legit I'm streaming and someone's like spazzing out and then gives me a bad testimonial, I'll be like, okay, here, let me clip that part of the stream, and then everyone can see how much of a child that you've acted. I'm like, legit, here's some proof. of what happened in the duel and how I ruled. It's like, okay, you can't. They really can't argue against that, and they're probably going to delete their testimonial. It's a scary thing when you have accountability. It's a very, very big thing.
That was not on the field? What? Hey, Asmo.
It's
wanna
just
come
to
in and
prevent
do me a favor?
testimonials. Yeah, and it tells people that, hey, I'm streaming. There's a judge that streams these calls. Like, oh, I want to see what's happening. It's like,
Asmo.
some people don't care, which that's
Do you
also
wanna
fine.
Do you want to shadow this call?
Do you need
Because
shadow?
this guy has the longest. This guy's got the longest freaking log I've ever seen, and I'm gonna have to verify it to find out whether or not these summons were legal.
What I like to do is tell me which part was not legal, and I'll take a look at that.
Well, okay.
If he can't name which particular
No.
point that he doesn't have that he has a problem with, then I'm not gonna
This is
go
what-
back
this
and
is
scroll
what's
through
been
because that's
said.
gonna take 5 minutes and above.
This is you obviously see this. This is what's been said. First, he asked me if co-link meant they point to each other, right? Because he's referring to these two. That's correct. They point to each other. It's co-link.
Mhm.
Then he asked me, proxy did not point to fire, which makes no sense at all.
If proxy was in the extra
Proxy
monster
was
zone,
here.
how?
Was just
If, if proxy is right underneath the firewall dragon, or firewall dragon is right underneath the proxy, then they're not co-linked.
They're not co-link, no.
Okay,
He
so
used
then
the
yeah,
one
you
in
would
the
check for that
experience
particular instance there if you can find it,
So
or
what,
you
him
can ask him to
bouncing
help you
something?
out and tell you the timestamp if you can find it. If he can find it before you do, because it's probably going to be on the second summon. So if I search for proxy,
Yeah.
if you search for proxy, you can see exactly where they special summon the proxy.
Yeah. All the times they've searched for them. So the first time it was to a special summon to M4, which is where Firewall is right now. The
So it's going
second
to be
Firewall.
536. So you scroll to 536.
So go back 536. I know how to do that. 'Cause remember, I reversed 4 minutes of game state. So special there. Then he used
Then he says firewall effect. Doesn't tell you which firewall effect it is.
That would be the effect if this card is points to is destroyed by battle or sent to grave. You special one monster from the hand. So he specialed the Infinity Beetle from hand.
The only
Firewall
time
second.
Firewall Dragon was special summoned before the Proxy Dragon was when Firewall was special summoned to the extra monster zone at 339. So the Firewall Dragon effect at 542 is illegal.
Whoa, what?
The
Hang on.
only other time Firewall Dragon was put on the field was in the
No,
extra monster zone.
Hold on.
Okay.
No. That point there, 542. He's activating the last effect of Firewall because
Okay.
he sent Infernally Necromancer from M4
Alright.
to the graveyard along with something else to
Okay.
summon Proxy Dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he gets that. I'll just make sure this is what he's. Is this what you're on
You have
about,
to
sir?
find it exactly.
536. That was when the proxy was summoned. Let's just make sure this is what he's on about. Because if he's on about...
He's only used Firewall's effect once, according to the
It
logs
wasn't-
at
it wasn't-
542.
It wasn't his first effect, though, which requires it to be co-linked. Right? I think that's where the confusion is coming in here.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the second
think you got
effect
it
of
then, yeah.
Firewall.
Another pop at 231. Jeez, it's happening too
Infinity.
often. Alright, I'm probably gonna do a full reset of OBS then. A complete reset of OBS. Because I'm gonna delete the app data too, which means I have to grab all the stream resources and put them all back together. Which means I have to restructure or redo the entire layout here.
We'll have fun with that.
It'll be a pain in the butt. It's gonna take me probably an hour to do though. And then if it
Returned
still
a
pops,
monster to
then there's
hand.
something happening on the Twitch end of things, which means I can't fix it.
Special.
But yeah, I'm gonna. There's calls piling up. I gotta go. I can't keep shadowing you.
I just wanted your shadowing to help clear up as a second opinion for what was going on in this school because they weren't being so clear, but we got it. So special Inferni Beetle from hand. Then he special Inferni Archfiend from the graveyard, which I think is part of its own effect, isn't it? Nope. When does he special summon? What does Beetle do? What? How did he? God, it's so much. When was that card special summon? 436. Oh, it'd been after that. The okay, it's being brought back by Necromancer. I see. Jesus, that was painful to look through. 9 minutes of turn. If there was like a misplay in the first couple of minutes, that would have been hands down the game loss. 4 minutes of game state I can rewind. 7 minutes? No, you're taking the piss at that point. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and bounce out of here because we don't need to be here no more. Yeah, he's basically using the Infernity loop just to keep looping for Firewall Dragons and Proxy. I remember coming across it was not nice at all. No play. Literally first thing I come in is no play. Pause game. I'm not gonna let you play. Why are you overlaying 2 quick fixes? How do you have this on the field?
Okay, so we
Reroll.
returned it early.
Drew quick fix. Normal summoned quick fix. Effective quick fix. Adds the spiral card. So we added drone. What? Does spiral drone have an effect I don't know about? Like if it's added. Yeah, a machine dupe.
Yeah, the guy returned a card to his hand too early. Asmo should dress up as a robot for Halloween. take calls like that.
Um,
We don't even know if he's
I-
shooting Halloween. I don't know either.
I have a feeling that this guy cheated on purpose.
Oh, is it a feeling? Because that doesn't sound like a decision that you
Like-
can make.
Decision I can make based on feeling alone.
No,
I
no.
mean,
The player is not
someone-
allowed to make a decision and make the ruling call or the cheating call on whether or not a person cheated. The judge gets that final decision.
Oh no, I know that you think. Is this repairable? Does it matter if he returns one? I think he returns the second card he added.
Wait, Hudson, why? Hudson, stop causing issues. All your fault, Hudson. Want to stream Five Nights at Freddy's for Halloween and have Ask with the voicemail guy, his voice calling saying hello? Hello? Judge here. What seems to be the problem?
Hello? Hello?
Perfect. We've got the voice now.
Perfect, we have the voice line, now we can shove it in the game.
We can horribly
there.
edit it.
How can I help?
I didn't do it.
Hi
Sawyer.
there, you seem to have a ruling issue. How may I help today?
You see, you can't do that one because... it's
Hudson,
sometimes
you
not
you
rolling.
didn't do it. Well, you clearly scared off your opponent here and forced him to be AFK maliciously, man.
Hudson came in with the DDoS, dude.
And yeah,
Hudson
it's
came in with the
fault.
DDoS.
I'll tell them to have a nice day.
Ban Peter.
Are you still stuck in the other call, Peter?
In this one, I've just ended it.
Ah.
It was...
I'm just
The
kidding,
guy-
just kidding.
The guy summoned Quick Fix and then added 2 cards off of Quick Fix, and then
Oh.
Machine Duke for 2 more cards off of Quick Fix.
Oh, he derped up a bit. He's
He-
like, did
he
I add
derped
yet?
up,
I'm gonna try to do it
but-
again.
It's okay because he only added 1 card extra and then did like some more plays. But then like the only problem was that play, so I've just got him to return the second card he added, which he's done.
As long as as long as he didn't draw a card, then
No,
we're
he
still
didn't do
fine.
anything. He just added a load of cards.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let background mic pop real quiet. Okay, so it's changing in volume, which is at least is a
Which,
good
by the
thing.
way, I've got a question for you regarding game state repairing.
Okay.
Obviously, if someone draws an illegal card, let's say they draw Maxi, right? And then they bottom deck
illegally?
Maxi.
They illegally
Illegally.
draw a Maxi, or do they illegally draw off of Maxi effect?
Illegally draw a Maxi. Let's say because they activate the effect and draw 1 too many cards.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So they draw, let's say Pot of Desires, and they draw 3 cards instead of 2.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, the correct course of action: show the illegally card to your opponent, then place it back on top of the deck. Do it on
Mhm.
shuffle.
Yeah.
Correct course. If they, before you get there, bottom deck it and shuffle, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, you can get that card out of the deck and put it back on top.
Yeah.
But if someone argues that the rest of the cards in the deck have now changed, that's not an irreparable game state, is it?
No,
Because
it's procedural error
you
minor.
couldn't know. You couldn't
Illegally shuffling
know.
a randomized deck already is procedural error minor.
What if the top, or what if a card, like the top card of the deck had been like revealed due to something else or whatever?
You see, now that's slightly different, right? Because there
Because
is
then
one card in
you'd
the
have to
game-
put it back on top because it's supposed to be a known card, so it's treated as
no.
a non-randomized card at that point.
There is a card in the game, and there are other ones, but this is the one card in the game actually that does cause irreparable game states at times. And that's Spiral Gear Drone. That does cause irreparable because if your opponent looks through his deck after Drone has been used, it's kind of irreparable because you're not supposed to know what's on top of your deck, but now you know because you've looked through your deck illegally.
But that's only for real life stuff.
No, that's in general.
Oh, you can't actually see on DB?
No, you can. You can see what he restacked.
Yeah,
your
yeah, so
opponent's
you can
not
fix
suppo-
it.
No. But your opponent's not supposed to know what you've restacked. It's not show them. Your opponent doesn't know. It's
Oh,
your
okay.
opponent. Do you see what I mean?
So
Yeah,
it's
Let me post a text for you guys.
so
when I
so the
see my thing.
opponent's making it so he. Okay.
Let me
So
show you
it's
what I
it's
mean.
not, you can't undo information. Okay, so the opponent has to restack it, but he's not supposed to know what cards it is.
Exactly. Opponent has to restack
Yeah,
the cards, but
if he's
can't
doing that
know.
to get to peek at what's supposed to be stacked on top of the deck, then that'd be literally cheating. But then
Yeah. If he activates something that allows him to search deck, that's fine. Because then, he's got a legal reason looking at his deck. But if he does anything with his deck that's illegal, shuffle it without
Here's to
needing to,
new beginnings.
look through it without needing to. That's it. Because he's not supposed to know what's on top of his deck. Yeah, only his opponent knows because he stacked it with drone. Therefore, it creates an irreparable game state you cannot repair. Because you cannot stop him from knowing what's going to be on top of that deck.
this guy gets 3 minutes to decide.
In real life, you can repair that. In DB, you can't. Nice little thing for you.
He hasn't taken more than 3 minutes to decide. I am perfectly fine with this. I don't even think I'm gonna give the verbal. He literally came back when I said okay. Peter's distracted me so hard.
I'm sorry.
It's
I just
okay.
thought
It's
I'd-
my fault, partially.
I thought I'd bring to your attention there is a card that you will probably come across. Bear in mind, because Spiral's becoming very quickly a tier 1 deck. There is a card you may come across that creates an irreparable game state on the Dueling Book.
What card is it?
Spiral Gear Drone.
How does it create an irreparable game state?
I just explained it to Asmo.
Oh,
Alright.
sorry.
So, no, it's fine. So, if you activate Drone's effect when it's normal special summons, right, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Bear in mind, the keyword is look, which means your opponent doesn't get to know. You look at
Yep.
the top 3, and you rearrange them however you want.
Yep.
If your opponent then shuffles or looks in his deck illegally, you have created an irreparable game set because he is not allowed to know what was on top of his deck. Now, in a real life situation, if you're playing physical cards, you can just get him to look through the opponent's deck, get the 3 cards out, put them back.
No,
on
nope, nope,
DB
it's done. No,
Yeah,
in real
because
life
then
it's done.
he could just do like anything.
He can stack
right?
any cards at that point.
Oh, I get,
Yeah,
actually, yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
You can just
He can
stack
stack any
anything.
cards at that
For
point.
for at least for DB, the only drawback is like, hey, one, you shuffled illegally, and hey, now you know the top 3 cards of your deck. That would be
Exactly.
the 2 things. It's not
that-
necessarily
that's
irreparable.
irreparable.
I wouldn't call it irreparable. I
It
just
is. It so is though.
like
Because you
so it's
you can't
entire.
stop him
It's
knowing.
no. You're giving it a different classification than supposing he like knocked off the top 3 cards of the deck accidentally or milled the top 3 when he shouldn't have. That's not necessarily irreparable. It'd be under like drawing extra cards minor.
What, for milling unintentionally?
Yeah, or like
For accidental purposes, sure, but anything that
But
you can
if at any point you're doing it on purpose, then it's cheating definitely. But then if this is accidental shuffling, then it's not gonna be irreparable on DB.
I mean, wait, yeah, what?
No, having
Wow.
the opponent know the cards off the top of the deck to fix the game state to make sure that he has the correct cards on top of the deck wouldn't necessarily be irreparable.
Well, no,
Because then you're still
on
fixing the game
DB
state.
On DB, the opponent
Welcome
cannot.
to the hamlet.
Sorry, his opponent, the guy who's got the drone and stacks it, yeah, can't stack his deck again with the same 3 cards without his opponent knowing what his 3 card stack will be.
Okay, and how is this different from saying giving extra information to the player that illegally drew a card?
Because in that case, in the case of him illegally drawing a card and he has to reveal it and so forth, that's because if he doesn't reveal it, he has an advantage over play because he knows now what he's going to draw next. Yeah.
So how come that?
But you balance
so- okay,
advantage
so-
in that case.
So you're telling me that in one case where the player that illegally shuffles deck, if we were to fix it, he gets to know the top cards of his deck, versus the guy that illegally drew a card and saw the top card of his deck and showed it to both players. You're saying in those 2 different cases, one of them is an irreparable game state.
The reason being, right, In the drawing case, yeah, both players will know what cards were on top because both players are supposed to know what cards on top, and it's a legally drawn card. Okay. When it's drone/stacking, yeah, if it's only one player that's supposed to know and the other one finds out illegally, you cannot repair that. And
So
the advantage will no longer balance.
so one player here, when you draw an extra card, is going to find out what the top of his deck is illegally.
Yes.
But then we show it to the other player, which doesn't necessarily fix the issue anyway, because you can't
you
really
show it to a
erase
player and then top deck it.
that necessarily no.
reason
It's so close enough that it's not. I wouldn't rule both those as irreparable. Like no one's gonna get a game loss for that on DB.
The drawing one is not irreparable because you can reveal and top deck the card that's illegally drawn.
Why can't
Right.
Why can't we just show the opponent on the other one to fix it?
Because he's not supposed to know.
Well, he
at
wasn't
all.
supposed to know in the first place for the drawn one either.
And that's why his opponent found out. Because he. If
That
you
doesn't
just
make
put-
sense. Both
No,
in both cases, the player's not supposed to know what the top of his deck is.
No,
You can't say that one of them is irreparable and the other one is not irreparable. It's literally the
can.
same problem.
I can for one right. If you shush. With the spiral drone, his opponent is not supposed to know what's on top of his deck. But
Yes,
the other
that is the
player
exact same thing
okay.
as the extra drawing stuff,
No.
yeah.
But the other player is supposed to know what's on top of his deck. In your drawing case, neither player is supposed to know what's on top of the deck. So when a card is legally drawn, it is not a case of one player gets to see what's drawn, put it back, at end it like that. Because one player saw it, both players will see it. All right, because neither player was supposed to know what's on top of the deck. In the drone case, one player is supposed to know what's on top of the deck, the other player isn't. If the other player then illegally looks at the top 3 cards of his deck or more, right, you cannot repair that. So the opponent knows what's on top of the deck, but the original player doesn't. You cannot repair it to that state.
Oh, my foot fell asleep and it really
Yeah.
hurts. My foot fell asleep and it
Do you
really
see-
hurts.
You probably don't, and you're probably going to find something to say, but do you see what I'm trying to come from here with the difference between the two?
I
One's
get the
supposed to know
difference,
with
but
the
there's enough similarities to the point where I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna give a game loss over this. For DB at least. For real life, of course, it's a game loss.
My foot.
Why,
Oh
why
my
not apply the
gosh.
same? I mean, it's basically going to be the same in real life compared to DB. The only difference is on DB, the opponent, the player who's been stacked.
Yeah,
has to
but
be the
the
one that
other thing on DB
restacked.
that we do is if a player returns an unknown card to his deck and shuffles it, we don't give the game loss out.
Well, no, because we know what the card is supposed to be.
And we know
And
what
again,
the
that's
cards are
because-
for Spiral Drone too.
No. But when he bottom decks and shuffles it, you can still mill that card from his deck because you know what he's drawn, which then reveals it to his opponent, and then you place it back on top of the deck. So you get the same outcome as if he drew it and still had it in hand. Yeah, both players know what the cards are, and they know what the card that's supposed to be on top of the deck or deck is. Yeah, because if he bottom decked and shuffled, you still know what he shuffled in, so you can still get out of his deck again. I remember on DN that was an irreparable game set because it wouldn't tell you what he put back. Right?
But isn't that DN, not Dueling Book?
I'm not using DN as a comparison per se. I'm just saying that with DN that was always an irreparable game set. On DB, thankfully, that's not irreparable because what we can do is we can see what he's put in his deck. We can mill it from his deck, which reveals it to both players, and then place
Enjoy
it back
your
on top of the
stay.
deck. Therefore, both players know what's on top of the deck because it was an illegally drawn card and put back. The game can resume from there. With the stacking, only one player
Hold
is
up.
supposed to know the top 3 cards of that deck. Yeah? If the other player finds out illegally, I can't see why that would not be an irreparable game loss. Because you cannot repair it to the point where one player knows what's on top of the deck and the other one doesn't. You cannot do it.
Vacation is it?
I should check actually what's going on in Asmo's chat Because probably there might be a mini discussion going on. I'm missing. I might actually, just because we've talked about on here, I might bring it up in a judge chat and see what the general consensus is on it. Because I genuinely believe it's an irreparable game state.
Are you seriously going this far over a card?
Yes.
Hold up,
it's
isn't
not
he getting
just Spiral
Alistair? Or...
Geodrome, though. Like, there are other cards, as far as I know, that also stack your opponent's deck.
Go from the deck.
I've actually never heard of any other cards that do it.
Let's have a look.
Wait. I'm playing this game, and this guy just... I have to draw cards not during the draw phase before he can use Droll and Lockbird, right?
You can't Ash Blossom a fusion summon card?
Wait, they need 2 Droll and Lockbirds for the Trickstar combo, right?
No, you only need one. You need two cards that draw for the Trickstar one.
Oh, 2 cards that draw. Right. You need 2 cards that draw and 1 Droll and Lockbird, sorry. But you can't do it with one of each. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to call an admin on this boy.
What are you calling admin for?
He's trying to say I don't draw more cards because he Droll and Lockbirded me. Oh boy.
You can't use Ash to negate Invocation. You can't though. You literally cannot use Ash to negate special summons from the extra deck. Or affects that special summon from the extra deck, or affects that send from the extra deck. It's not
Hang on.
anything that
Are
it
you,
does.
Are you asking if Ash can negate Invocation?
Yeah. That's what the
I
Rav
believe it
usually-
can.
It can't.
Yeah. Hold on.
It cannot.
Let me check if there's a clause. Where's Ash Blossom? I know there are fusion spells like Shadow Fusion that you can
Yeah,
negate
because
Ash
Shadow
with.
Fusion sends things from the main
It
deck.
says from the deck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ash Blossom.
Help me,
Card,
boys. Help me, boys. Please.
Special summon. Why, are you in a call? Oh, you are as well. Oh no, you're not in the call. Never mind, this is just a random person. Oh, I'll take it anyway. Oh, they're done anyway.
I was like, I'm rereading Invocation. I'm like, this isn't sent from the main deck. I'm like,
This doesn't send from main deck. It doesn't send from anywhere else. It doesn't.
Wait,
I
as soon
like-
as the judge... What?
go on.
Wait, are any of you guys 3591?
Peter is.
Let me guess. Is Last Quincy in here? Because I just joined the call and then it
Yes.
ended. Oh no,
Yes.
you're Yashima. Okay, you're blue guy.
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
understand.
whatever, red. He just like Droll and Lockbird me, insisted that he could banish my entire hand, and then as soon as you came, was like, oh my bad, I messed up.
Yeah, you
What
did
the
the draw
fuck?
lot by combo wrong. You don't do it that way. You don't draw on the first reincarnation. So that's not how you do it. Although I did learn actually not too long ago, you can screw up the Joel Knock combo and still get it right. If you activate a card that draws their hand, so let's say Disturbance Strategy. If you activate Disturbance Strategy, you let it resolve, and then you draw Lockbird Chainlink 1. Yeah. If you then wait, you let draw Lockbird reserve, you can then activate Reincarnation again as Chainlink 1. In a new chain, 3 separate chains, And provided your opponent doesn't have a response, you can still do it that way and get away with it. Rather than just doing the common Reincarnation CL1, John Lockbird CL2. Like, either of those ways work. The only difference is one of them is more technical.
Why is he a judge? What? Oh, I turned off my brain for a sec because I was making sure that they double checking that didn't mess anything up. What was that?
Why is he? You can't activate if you're being prevented. You can't activate if you're being prevented from drawing.
Yeah, you can't activate
Oh, that's true.
reincarnation.
You're right. You're right.
The
Yeah, 'cause you can't-
literal thing is if an
can't
action is
resolve-
prevented, you can't activate a card that has to do that action.
You can't resolve reincarnation in that way as a new chain link, can you? Yeah. Why did I think that was? I don't know.
Like, look, wait for a second, everything's on fire! True, because you can destroy cards that can't be destroyed. Yeah, about that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello, welcome to Rulings. Demand justice. You can
I'm
target.
Mesmo, and this is Jackass.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings. Oh my gosh. You can attempt to destroy cards that can't be destroyed.
You can.
You can
Which is
attempt to
why you
affect
can
cards that are
activate-
unaffected.
You can activate the magician effects.
You can substitute
Underneath
destruction
Tangential.
mandatorily, but not optionally. When all cards would be destroyed.
Although there are way too many people on Dueling Book right now who think that you can activate Double Iris's Pendulum effect in the very first turn of a duel.
I think we're clearing that up pretty fast. I haven't seen it in a while.
And you can negate cards when their activations can't be negated. Judge, can I veil
Can
his
I use
Ultimate
Stardust
Falcon?
Dragon's effect to negate Naturia Beast when it negates a spell card?
You can negate cards when their activations are negated. When is an example of that? What, Solemn versus like Invocation while Magical Meltdown?
Yeah, you can still activate Solemn Warning apparently. Like, I read that up, I'm like, this is a completely arbitrary game mechanic, but I'll go with it. Like,
So when you activate Solemn Warning when Meltdown's on the field, you just lost that Solemn. Yeah.
yeah, you just straight up lost it, yeah.
I know that. I was about to say, for a second I thought he was actually saying you can activate negate the card and it will go through. But it's good you're correct.
You can affect, yeah, you can lower the Ultimate Falcon, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can. It's
Like,
just
oh,
not gonna
no,
do
you lost your
anything.
effect, but like, good job.
Good job. You
Ask
tried.
wrong questions,
I got
get...
a question. Okay, so you know Trickstar Light Stage, the one that blows up the face down cards?
It forces you to take one of the two options during the end.
Sorry, if it forced me to either activate it or send it to the graveyard, right? But can I, like, let's say I want to Mystical Space Typhoon it, like,
It says while it's
say-
face up. It has a clause
it has
while
to
it
be
says...
face up, right? It has to be face up, right?
Yeah, it
'Cause
literally
doesn't
says
say-
on the card.
It doesn't say if it leaves the field, even if it leaves the field.
No, it says, look, you can target one set card while this card is in the field zone. While this card is in the field zone,
Okay,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
So,
So you need to keep Light Stage in the field zone.
all right, let me.
It is pretty dumb, but it is a thing that you kind of have to abide by. The Solemn just resolves that effect because it can't negate the whole point of Solemn
Should I fix that?
properly. If you can fix it, fix
Oh, no,
it.
no.
Unless it's
You
too
don't know
much
the
hassle.
scenario.
I'll come in there and I'll learn it.
And you know he will.
But there's a call right now, so I better take that first.
You can't optionally substitute into a card that would be destroyed. You can mandatorily substitute into a card that would be destroyed. Cause unions are a thing.
Unions are a thing. I got asked earlier whether or not you can activate union effects. They're like actual union effects while Imperial Order is in play. Stop revealing cards. Frickin' constantly revealing Dark Magician in hand.
What was the ABC ruling with substitution, or was that there not one? It's not an ABC ruling. It's a mechanic. Yeah, they were talking about substitution, and apparently the
God.
apparently the TCG substitution and the OCG substitution should be the same at this current point in time. So, for things that mandatorily substitute, mandatory effects like literally do not care what happens. If they meet their requirement, they will apply. So, how's he? What? Oh, Landwalker special summons. Oh yeah, you can special summon. Okay. So the thing with unions is that they have a mandatory substitution clause, and what those will do for you is that if both the union and the the monster that it's equipped to would be destroyed at the same time, only the union is destroyed because the union applies its mandatory substitution. Do Crystal Beasts activate when destroyed? No, they're continuous effects.
Hey, Asmo.
So ABC, I think their union monsters all have mandatory substitutions.
Asmo.
What?
If I've got a player who illegally adds a card and then tries to cheat by revealing a different card, this is with Dark Magical Circle's effect, I can class that as intentional cheating. There's no way that's not intentional cheating.
I'd say yes, but I'm no judge, so I can't really.
I would definitely say yes. This guy, he banished 3 for Dark Magical Circle face down. He added a card that he can't add with Dark Magical Circle to hand, and then he's revealing another card in hand to say that that's the one he added.
So,
He's
like,
totally-
basically, I can't say it as a judge, but I can say it as a Yu-Gi-Oh player and a person that I think yes.
That's kind of intentional cheating.
Like I added a card, but I have no idea what it was. Let's see.
No, because he returned. He banished 3 face down.
Let me see what
The
he
DMT, which
returned.
is- He added. He does have.
Don't
a
tell me
target
what he
can
added.
now.
I'll just look it up.
Oh, it's fine. Just go to 1025. Oh, sorry, 125. Sorry. That's what he added to hand, and the other 2 are what he put back.
I see it. That is a. Why does he have so much experience? How do you mess that up?
Not only has he messed that up,
Well,
but then
ask
he's
him.
also
Ask him about it.
cheating.
Ask him about it.
I think I did. Look,
You did?
I actually asked him, why are you revealing Dark Magician when you didn't add Dark Magician?
If he's staying silent, then
That's probably cheating.
yeah, I'm leaning toward cheating since he's not responding at this point. Like the only like.
What is that in the background?
Oh, sorry. I thought. Here, let me.
Aya's even in your chat. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy's watching your stream.
Like
He's not even responding.
this guy just put ... It's like, nah, man.
He's actually a donator. Wow.
It's like I knew it in the chat.
Give him the loss. Hashtag give him the loss.
But yeah, if your investigation is
spam
like
hashtag
this guy's not
loss in
being
the chat.
cooperative.
Yeah, he only just responded. Add Dark Magician.
Okay, yeah, he's cheating.
He didn't add Dark Magician. No.
No,
That's
legit
enough.
cheating. He's lying to you now at that point.
Everybody
Absolutely.
spam hashtag give him the loss in chat.
He just messaged me, "What's up, Judge?" Oh, God. Come here.
I'm starting it.
No.
Come on, everybody, now
boy.
finish it. Come on, finish it. Yes, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to
Hashtag
freeze this guy.
Close enough.
I should actually. I shouldn't be paying attention to what I'm PMing. I should just be freezing. Oh, this guy's got a history as well. Set to beginner for sharking, possible trolling, Mally AFK, Mally AFK.
You're not supposed to read
Whoa.
that out, sir.
Oh, I'm not supposed to read it out.
You're
You
not
just edit
supposed
that
to
out.
read it out. You can say, "Oh, he has a freaking history, and we can
Well,
yada
it's
yada."
public knowledge that he's been hit this many times because most of these have been pasted before on the forums.
Wow, that's hectic.
How,
Like,
wait,
I've
who's
seen these
pasting these
pasted.
things on the forum?
I could swear I've seen one of these pasted before.
Why?
I'm
I'm
just-
assuming that's not allowed.
I'm pretty sure that's not allowed. The
I
actual
don't even know.
what the legit ban records
I will,
say or the freezing
will
records
edit
say.
your-
You're not actually
I will
supposed to
edit
know
your
exactly what
stream.
they say.
Yeah. All right. We'll just go
then, like,
ahead
I
and
mean,
do this.
Some things I can say where it's like legit. You saw me freeze him on stream, and you know exactly why X person got frozen because he did X and this. I can say it because it's recorded. But then,
Well,
like,
I know that if someone requests an appeal, you post the entire thing.
yeah,
Like,
but the judge
did you
only
see
the
the
judges
appeal?
see that.
Can you judge appeals? I thought anyone could see
Yeah,
appeals.
there's a judge section on the
Okay.
forum that judges
Well,
can only see.
I'll just mute myself from now on. I'll you know.
Oh my
Just
God.
never speak again, ever.
Just never talk again.
You are now banned from talking anywhere in the world. If I hear you talk, I will ban you from real life. I don't know. I'm just trying to sound threatening at this point when I probably don't. Banned, demoted. Yes, demoted to banned. You get demoted so hard, you get banned twice.
Did he? What?
Would time you out if I could. Keck.
What is this?
Oh, we all liven up this stream so much.
This is.
I can't wait to come
Dude,
back and watch
Hey,
this
hey,
one.
dude, come in this duel. Brick, come in this duel.
I'm not on Dueling Book, oh come on, click.
Oh, okay.
Oh come on, don't worry. What's happening? I'm scared. Someone among us. What? I just read the chat and I'm just like, no, stop.
This is quality DB at its finest.
What number are you again?
4225, the funniest number in the universe.
There we go. I'm gonna look at this. Why? What? Why? Is that even? No, it's not possible. What the fuck? I don't understand. Whoa. I'm just baffled.
This is the best.
Someone among us a field spell. That's good. That's good.
So
Well,
dumb.
when you upload this to YouTube, that should be the instead of having aeroplanes, you should have summon among us a field spell in all caps with a bunch of exclamation marks and ones.
Oh my god.
That's what you should have as the,
Field
as the
spell.
thumbnail.
Once per turn, you can discard one spell card special. That's actually pretty busted. As a field, if that was
Wait
a
a minute,
field
do I-
spell.
Hold on, my friend sent me a Facebook link of a Yu-Gi-Oh card creator. I'm gonna make a summon a monk field spell quick. I'm gonna re-download it, make a summon a
They're
monk
probably can
field spell.
discard one spell card. So
It's literally just gonna be summon a monk's picture, his name, and his effect copied and pasted onto a field spell. Okay, now I'm just gonna scroll through and find it. I wonder how long it's gonna take. It might take a while because I spammed him a lot a while ago, just for fun.
here, you guys can have the screenshot.
Oh. Oh yeah, that one time when my friend got on my account and had a friend with my and had an argument with him over what's it called? Over Overwatch. over how if they're trash at the game or not.
This is the best Mausoleum Field spell card ever. Also, there are no calls for me to take right now.
There are no calls. That's the end.
This is it might
That,
be.
that is,
If,
that is
if
the best. That is the best way to stop.
this is the best, dude. Like, if there are no more calls for the next like 9 minutes, which is highly unlikely, then okay.
Nobody ever go to rated again. Nobody touch rated. This would be the best way to end the stream. I don't want the stream to end, but this would be the best way to end the stream. Moral dilemmas. Oh, it's so broke. Does this mean that now Summon a Monk is officially acknowledged on DB as a field spell? Can I actually go do this and rate it now? Is this officially acknowledged? Okay, I'm extracting it now so I can use it. There you go.
As well, you should have had him return to hand. I don't think that would necessarily fix the issue, because usually what happens when there's a bug, like something like this one, usually you can't interact with it, or if you try return to hand and play it again, it probably doesn't even read it properly. It's just return to hand. It'd probably still be read as Summoner Monk, honestly. But yeah, that's like super buggy. It's the second turn of the duel too, so it's not too much of an issue if I cancel it. I know it wouldn't fix it, that's the point. Because I remember there's a issue bug earlier where some guy legit sent a card to his grave accidentally or something, and neither player could interact with that card after that, and it's like, oh, how the heck do we continue? It's like, nah, that the game's done. Like, it's super bugged. He's AFK. Yeah, he was here earlier. Has it been? No, it hasn't been. No, it hasn't been 8 minutes. Wait, no, it's been 6 minutes. Oh. Yeah, I can just supply the loss. Well, he has 5 more seconds. Might as well wait a bit. It's because I did technically on that 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm about to upload it to Imgur and then I'll post in chat. I actually did it.
Discard normal spin research. Blah blah blah. Oh, that's the probably drawn. Why are you causing problems again, Yushmo?
What?
Did you get sucked into 2 duels at the same time?
I don't think so.
You don't know. Okay.
Yeah, Loladin, don't do that. Please, don't.
Instructions were not clear. I took the PP exam with my doctor. Told him I played Yu-Gi-Oh! He said the stage. Oh, don't do that.
I actually take incredible offense to that. But
I said I wouldn't talk, but
Ishmael, what? Are you in a game right now?
Anyway,
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Asmo.
anyway, on a good point, there's the summon among field spell.
Asmo.
Dude, you're. Wait,
I
what's
don't-
your DB name, Yishmo?
It's Yushma.
It's Yishmael.
But wait, what? You are in a game, aren't you? Is this you? I got lost in Asmo's eyes. What? Dude, it's go first, dude.
Hey, Asmo. After this call, have a quick look at the summon among field spell I just did. I actually went
Why
and made it.
are you AFK, dude? Continue the duel.
I got distracted, sorry.
Jesus. Here, I gotta give you this verbal warning.
Asmo.
This verbal warning expires at the end of the match.
Unless you keep
Does it?
doing it,
Unless you keep doing it.
then I'll start noting because it's like
if the same judge gets into like multiple calls with you do the same infraction every single time, it's not a verbal warning every single time. Because you're clearly doing something you shouldn't be doing at that point. It's a verbal warning that is judged by judge. So if Asmo gives a verbal warning for something, and I get called into a match,
my
another
verbal
call.
warnings actually mean something because I stay on long enough for me to see you keep derping
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you stayed on longer than me.
Well, no, not you. A lot of the other judges,
I mean, the other judges,
especially
different.
this one man named the Exiled Tombstone.
Okay,
Oh,
but
are you
I do
shooting- are
need
you
I do
shooting
need you
fire
for
at
one thing,
judges?
Asmo. Asmo, I do need you for this call because I'm unsure how to deal with this.
Okay.
Okay, we've got to see. This is going to be good. This is going to be good.
The short version
Oh,
of it.
Tombstone's in chat. Tombstone's in chat.
that comment was just to trigger him. It's okay, dude.
The big problem, Asmo, the big problem.
Trigger Tombstone emote.
Shut up. The original player, the Trickstar player, wanted to use reincarnation during the standby phase. After his opponent continued, he went along with it for a while, and now he's calling an admin to try and go back to that point. Right? Now, he did point out to his opponent that he wanted to respond, but then he apparently didn't know what to do as his opponent kept going.
You speak
And at the
up.
point,
If you don't
at
speak up, then you
3:49
don't have a problem.
Exactly. And then at 3:49, he sends the Ash Blossom for a negated search. You know, and he even says, "I won't call an admin."
So he
Like-
completely gives up his right to call an
He
admin
gives
for
up
the
his
previous
right to call
issue
an admin for this,
of
doesn't he?
responses for that
But
particular
at this
standby
point,
phase.
reincarnation is activated. Okay.
He can't do reincarnation during the standby phase at this point if that's what you're asking. But yes, his point is still true that the opponent should ask for responses if the opponent's actually playing pretty fast, which I have to look for. But yeah, literally saying like wait is 3 keystrokes. So W and 8 and enter is 3 keystrokes, so it shouldn't be an issue of him just saying wait, don't wait, stop. Alright, I do have to go at this point. So I will end the stream right now. I actually have to go to family gathering, as I said at the very middle of the stream. So
R.I.P.
So as always, guys, thanks for watching. There's a lot of information down below. And stay brilliant. This is Asmo, and enough. Alright, I think I'll let AutoHost take the reins.
Unwavering.
I should have started streaming so I could get that auto host. That sweet auto host.
You're not on my AutoHost list. If
Wait.
you stream more often, I can add you on there.
Alright, dude.
But yeah,
Alright.
just let me know your stream schedules and whatnot, and I need to check your quality and whatnot, all that stuff. Thanks for
Ooh.
stream. Yes. Thanks for
The
watching, Team Queen.
inspector is coming.